Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Answer. It's just business here on the Component Cast. Before we get started, though, with tonight's video and tonight's production, we, of course, need to cover a few things. The first off being just a little bit of self-promotion. You know, it's only good for your health. You know, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, a little bit of self-promo keeps the stream in business. So, if you like what you're seeing and you want to help us out, there's a couple of good ways you can do that. Either by becoming a Twitch sub and showing your support live in our Twitch chat. Oh my gosh, the music just super boomed in my ears then. Or the best way to help us out is via Patreon. All of our patrons get early access to all of the news, whether we're releasing a new show, behind-the-scenes content. They get freebies, free downloads, and to anyone who is wondering, eventually, very soon, hopefully, I'm waiting for the composer to finish them, but certain levels of patrons will have access to all of the actual scores for the Elendor Chronicles Season 1 soundtrack, Volume 1 soundtrack, sorry, that you can get anywhere. That's the next bit of self-promotion. But if you like music and you like scores, you'll be able to download those ever so soon just by being a patron. No? The next thing is our royalty-free soundtrack, which you can get pretty much anywhere. It's available all over the shop, all over the place, all everywhere, and just listening to it really helps us out. So if you are working and you want something to listen to, just throw it on in the background, and do all those things and share it with your friends. That's another way to help it out. You know, you can other ways to freely help us out, of course, is share our tweet on X. Is it still? I think they're still called.
Call it a tweet on Twitter. Let's be honest.
No, because he sometimes blocks people for doing that. So it's a tweet.
Fine. Who cares?
Well, yeah, but it's, you know, it
He's
doesn't
not
help.
gonna watch us.
No,
bitch.
but it doesn't help us in the algorithm. Look, you know, or just, you know, sharing us around on social medias. If you've got a friend's Discord, just throw us around, throw a link around. You know, it's a really good way of helping out. Other than that, the next piece of a little self-promotion is that all of the backlog is now up to date on YouTube. So if you've ever missed one of our broadcasts, it's available on YouTube now. So that's YouTube. Just put in the component cast and we'll come up. Or if you're familiar with any of my channels, you should be able to find it in the other TMW channels section of those channels. That also, we're all out on Apple Podcast again, pretty much. There's various podcast versions that you can get of the majority of our shows, soon to be all of the shows. It's just, it takes time with our distributor and distribution service. And a big round of applause for Mikey for getting all of this done in the background as well. It's been a hard toil, but
help me.
Hello, we try.
No.
Before we move on with tonight's broadcast, Roach, what are we playing?
We're playing Lancer, a game made by Massive Press, available on their website and their itch.io page. You can get the basic rule book on their itch.io for free, which has all of the rules, but none of the lore. And you can get the full rule book from both their website and their itch.io, currently for the same price of $25. I am almost certain they have said they are working on a second run copy of the hard copy. So take a look at that and their other games and supplements for Lancer. They're all really good.
Cool. So without further ado, let's get on with tonight's episode.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. So last week, you know what? I said I was going to do this. I did work out a reward for anyone who does the recap. So who would like to do the recap and get an actual boon for this session?
That's 3 seconds without anybody volunteering, so I'll do it. The recap for this is really straightforward. After landing on the military target that we were responsible for attacking, the party had cleared the zone, found no sign of what we were here to target, that being anti-air devices, and pushed in. As we were making our way farther into Sitter, we saw that a friendly vessel had been apparently disabled as would coming crashing down. We rerouted to basically intercept the landing zone of the vessel and find out if anything happened, if anybody survived, etc., as you do for friendly personnel. And in doing so, we found Padre. Padre was, as far as we know, the only surviving member of the vessel, and while he's a little rattled, he seems to be in operating order and well within his senses. So we added him to our unit and continued on. As we moved into the next zone, we encountered yet even more hostile personnel, and this time actual anti-air defenses, which we have set about trying to destroy. They've done all kinds of things like shoot us, launch AI-guided rockets at us. That was the thing that one of them did at some point that we managed to avoid getting blown up by. We've just basically been running around trying to finish this very, very intense military operation.
Okay, that is... Yes, you also, before the end of the episode, got word that there are reinforcements coming in for this current combat.
Also, you missed the tactical nuke.
Oh, yes, there was
just a small thing.
We were told not to worry about it. It would come up again.
Yeah, either way, that was good. So you get a accuracy you can spend on a roll this session, but it does not carry over.
Okay. I will ensure to remember that I forget.
Yeah.
Like I always do when I get inspiration.
You can use that on by itself if you just want to give it an accuracy on a roll, or to counteract an inaccuracy or difficulty or whatever. So just keep that in mind. So let's start at the top of the combat, because that's where we ended off. On round 4. And who wants to go on your side? Just to reiterate, your objective here is just to get rid of the anti-aircraft emplacements, or, well, vehicles. Just reiterating that.
So, considering I don't think we've done all the anti-air, do we have a next location that we would need to be moving to? And if so, where would we exit the map to get to that?
You'd exit the area you came in. It's basically where most of you are located, the bottom right-hand corner of the map. And currently there is a single anti-air left on the map.
Yeah.
Yes, where all of your cursors just congregated instantaneously. So who would like to go first?
I mean, I can throw some more. Let me just check. My mech is reloaded.
I believe you did take a reload action last session, like right at the end. Like a stabilize, because you didn't help with Padre's little friend that showed up.
No, I've fired it since then, apparently. So.
Did you fire it on? But yeah, you fired you fired your indirects, and that's how we got rid of a lot of things.
You attacked the Burbank last we saw.
Yeah. So. Okay, so I can't do much this time.
Okay. Go ahead, Demon.
So I'm going to fire my shotgun at Hummingbird RPV.
Okay. One right in front of you. Yes.
Hold on, I'm just remembering how to actually use these things.
Yeah, that's fine. You are targeted, so that is. So you should just be able to shoot. I think you're targeted. Yeah, you're targeted. So you should just be able to roll it.
Am I impaired?
Impaired. Let me check your stats. Yes. Because he fired at you and he has that thing where he covers. Basically, it just he impaired you, and if you move, he can react and shoot you. Remember, that's how their suppression action works.
Okay, but I can fire back without a negative?
Yep.
Okay.
Impairment, I believe, does mean you have a difficulty
Right.
for attacks. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else. I can double check that, but pretty sure it's in. I'm just gonna say you have a difficulty on that. Just on
Okay. So shotgun missed.
Okay.
First pistol missed.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Hit with the second one, and then I will move.
Just realized when you're not tabbed onto the thing when actions are being done, it plays them all the recent ones at once. So I just heard a shotgun and two
The
pistols at the same
game
time.
is still paused, Roach.
Oh, that's just
Yeah.
a space bar.
That might be the problem. That may be why it's doing that.
Okay, so you moved. I'm just gonna double check his ability read here with his suppression.
Okay, I hit him. It should have broken his suppression.
Surprise, moved. Moving target reaction. This effect lasts until the target damages the archer. Yep, it goes away when you damage the archer. Or when you damage this guy.
Yay.
Ooh, you don't have the impairment. And yeah, double check the impairment. You have difficulty on, you have a +1 difficulty, which is just a difficulty on attack saves and skill checks when that's applied onto you during the duration, just so you know. Okay. So and that's it for your turn? You're just moving there, out of breaking line of sight?
Have you taken the 2 HP off him, Roach?
Yep. Because he is, yeah, still up. So that was the end of your turn? I just needed an actual, okay. I have a lot of screens open. Okay, Demon's done theirs, and let's go ahead and have Mage go. The Mage is going to... up one and fire a... Oh, it needs to be charged. Okay. So he's just gonna fire a normal he's gonna normal attack on our friend Padre. Mage. He's going to use the lock on and... Ooh. Crit. Critical hit. 4 damage. He's going to knock you back.
I can't be. I have a thing about being knocked back. So what's the reading on the knockback?
No, then you would be fine because it would specifically that thing you did say you couldn't be knocked back.
Well, I have a bonus to being knocked back, to protecting from knockback. Yeah.
From what I remember,
yes.
you specifically took a hunker down, or what was it?
Well, yeah, I'm not hunkered down anymore because this is a new turn.
Right.
But no, I've got my stable structure, so I gain +1 accuracy on saves to avoid being prone or knocked back.
Right. Okay. Well, this would be you'd have to roll an agility.
Okay. Also, I think I registered my HP loss in the wrong place. I did last time. I did it on me and not my mech.
Yep, that would be wrong.
So I just lost 4 + 2, so I'm oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
So what am I rolling?
Next?
Agility. First tab of your character sheet next to your character.
Yeah.
Next. Okay. They're all new sheets. I'm just making sure. Okay. You don't get knocked back. Still take the damage.
Yep.
And you're no longer locked on. And that is... No, I mean, because you can break up your movement. So he's just going to go ahead and use the other 2 he's got to fall back. And that's the end of his turn. Who wants to go next? Was it Spanner volunteering?
Yes, please. Because I remembered what I was going to do at the end of last time. So.
Okay.
She's going to fly on top of that building.
Okay.
Target that hummingbird.
Okay.
With her Nexus Hunter Killer main assault rifle job what's it.
Could you repeat that? Sorry, for some reason Discord's being funky today.
Nexus Hunter Killer main Nexus weapon mount.
Okay. I believe it's homing or some ridiculous thing like that, if I remember correctly.
It's smart, but other than that, it's nothing fancy.
Somewhat fancy.
That effect was fancy. That's a miss, unfortunately, with a 3.
Yes. Nope. And I think that's all she can do because her flex mounts aren't auxiliary; they're just.
Well, with you, if you need a full barrage or a full whatever it's called, you can fire 2 weapons.
Oh, they are auxiliary. Okay, I'm going to find my other ones then.
Okay. Go ahead. That hit. 2 damage. Cool. That hit with another one got max damage with a 3, so that's 5 total. And these what is a nexus? I guess it's kind of like a. Oh, I don't even know off the top of my head what the nexus is because I've heard it described. It's like just this. I guess just an energy weapon or something, or maybe like a cloud of nanites.
It sounded like it. And then over the comm, Padre, get back!
I don't know that I can, but okay.
You have a building behind you.
I have a building behind me next to me. Like, the only position I can go is forward.
You can go lateral. Either way, that's the end of your turn. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and do...
There is soft cover in front of you as well.
Only if... yes, soft cover shooting through that. I double-checked cover rules. You can only get hard cover if you are adjacent to hard cover or next to it, and the person shooting you is not flanking you, as if the shot would not go through the hard cover at all. Hard cover in between could theoretically count as soft cover, but never hard cover. And soft cover is kind of just a general catch-all term for things like smoke, fog, intervening trees, things like that. Okay. And you cannot see over any target or any terrain that is the same height as you, only that are shorter or a lower terrain level than you. So that's also how that works for line of sight. I double checked everything so that we didn't have to worry about that this week. Okay, so speed 2. Now he's got 1, 2. He's gonna go straight past us. Listen, he's a robot. He's not gonna look for cover. He's expendable. And I think he's gonna target. He's gonna use There's gonna be a quick action to suppress Padre. So you're gonna be impaired. He's firing around you, just a general wall of fire. And then he's just gonna shoot at you with his main gun. And fire. Another critical hit. Okay. 5 damage. Just remember, Midge, because it is your first combat still. Your HP, when you go to 0 on that doesn't mean you go down. That just means your structure goes down 1 point and you reset it to full HP afterwards. So it just resets. You're going through cycles, so keep that in mind. I don't think you're like super close, but you're pretty close.
I'm on 1 HP.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, you're not super close. It's and that's the end of RPV 2's turn. Who wants to go next?
So I think I can take out this mage.
Yeah, I also double checked. Line of sight is basically line from center to center, and if you can draw that mostly unbroken, then yes, I would say that is totally a line that you can shoot through.
Do we
Would you
want to
qualify that
prioritize that mage, or do we want to prioritize this guy that hasn't gone yet? Because the mage is already active this turn.
Dead. He's half dead as is, because I've heard him and Rivals heard him. But that mage hasn't been touched yet.
Yeah, the mage is active this turn though. That guy hasn't. That guy could shoot you.
Mm-hmm. Do I
Take a shot at the hummingbird. The hummingbird hasn't acted yet, and it's closest to do damage.
It's like, you can still shoot the mage. Just let me go. I'll attack the hummingbird, and then you can go after the mage.
Yeah. Well, Roach could also decide to make the Burbank go. I don't know why they would do that, but there is a Burbank there still as well. But it has 1 HP. If I remember correctly.
This thing can literally just charge you without cover. This thing is way the fuck over there.
Yeah. There is one other thing to go, but that is it.
So how you want to order this? So is
I could turn around, put my shotgun and the missile rack into this hummingbird, but I want to keep the missile rack in case I need to use it against the mage.
I can't engage the mage, but I can engage the hummingbird.
so you could just not go right now and let.
Yeah, I think
remember, that's how this
I think it's
works.
best that Ursa goes now. Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's
Then
Okay.
Ursa's turn.
Is on deck.
Switch to my ruler because I like doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to use his once a scene free action to take a quick action as a free action. He's going to boost, and he's just going to jump another 2 to right here. Barrage straight into the hummingbird.
Cool.
Shotgun is at 1 difficulty, but also 1 accuracy because CQC.
Right.
That's gonna.
It's a
Do I have to
5.
declare my accuracy before or after I roll?
You would have to declare it before because because
Okay,
the
just-
way it works is kind of because it has
Sure,
to cancel
fine.
things out and everything. Just makes it easier.
Then we'll throw a tactical melee weapon at this. I'll throw my accuracy on this because I'm not worried about keeping it for very long. Which is good because I believe that just made a hit for literal minimal damage.
3. Well, I got a +2 on that. That's not bad. So a
Nope,
3,
that's minimal damage. It's
You
1
know,
plus 2.
yeah, it's something though. Yeah, that did 3 damage. Cool. He doesn't look great. Do you
Yeah.
have anything else?
Nope, he's just gonna stick it out right in front of this thing and make its life a living hell.
Okay. Cool. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and have. Yeah, it's got to be that hummingbird. That's what makes most sense. So it's gonna start up, and it doesn't really have any other options but one big ass one with a yellow arm or an orange arm in front of it. So it's going to target you.
We are engaged, so it is a difficulty, and when I am engaged with the target, I count as having soft cover against ranged attacks as a reminder.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, it's just gonna fire it with a difficulty. I am targeting that correctly. Yes, yes, yes. Cool.
Oh Jesus!
Hit 19. Does 5 damage. That was almost a crit though. So. For reference, it's a light machine gun, so it does 5 damage no matter what. It doesn't roll, so. It is the most reliable weapon in the world, because it also is reliable with a minimum of 3. God, if it moves away... there is opportunity. You can take a reaction.
I could shoot it,
right?
yes,
You can take a reaction.
because it's within my it's within my threat.
I'm trying to think. I know these are piloted, but I'm gonna think of binary choice. better option is to move. So it's going to try and move away. So take an attack, and it might not get
Sure.
away. We'll just see, because it needs to reposition anyways.
This is a really awkward thing. So it's provoking an opportunity attack. Sure. Am I still engaged with it when I shoot it? I actually don't know the rules for opportunity attacks in that regard.
You would still be, yes, because it's still right next to you, because it's reaction. You're reacting
Okay.
as it moves. So,
It's missing.
okay, cool. So yeah, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably could have done that shorter if I didn't do the wraparound, but either way, he's going to go right there, and that's going to be the end of his turn. Who is it, Reaper or
it's me.
Padre? Cool.
Padre hasn't gone yet.
No.
Nope.
Only thing I can do right now is stabilize to go.
Does the
You wouldn't have line of sight on
Yeah, the missile rack doesn't
Hummingbird.
have I can give my weapons arcing is the thing because of
Oh, well, yeah.
my abilities. So I could give my anti-material rifle arcing and hit this Hummingbird RPV2 with it. But no, I don't think that's a good idea because I have a missile rack and I was thinking, does that have arcing? No, it doesn't.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put everything into this mage and then reposition. Try and help Padre and Spanner.
All right.
So, anti-material rifle, accurate armor piercing. It doesn't have any extra accuracies, and it doesn't have any cover. So I'm gonna hit it with a roll. It's 8 damage.
Cool. That's
And then-
that was on the
That was on
the mage.
The mage, yeah.
All right. You see it blow up. It had 7 HP left.
Cool. That makes me feel a little bit more secure. Now, I have a question for Ursa and for Demon. I can put my missile rack on that Hummingbird RPV instead. See if I could kill it with that. Or onto the Burbank. Because my initial thought was if I didn't kill the mage, I'd put the missile rack in between the two and try and kill both of them.
I think the hummingbirds are a lot more of a threat than the Burbank.
I think they both have missile launchers, but I know that the Burbank isn't as maneuverable. Sorry, not missile launchers, machine guns.
Yep. I was gonna say you never saw either of them fire missiles, but
Yeah,
Yep.
no, sorry, that was me. Me being a bit dingusy.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead then and put this missile launcher on this Hummingbird.
RPV 1.
Yes,
Or-
one that doesn't have
okay.
a cover.
Cool.
Mr. Rack auxiliary launcher, no inaccuracy. No accuracies. Cool. Bang. 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay, that was on RPV 1, correct?
It was?
Yeah, RPV. Cool. It's
Hey, I
dead.
killed it.
And
I'm
2
then
HP
going to
left.
move. Oh, stop targeting yourself. Don't do that. That's bad. There we go.
Stop targeting yourself. Stop targeting,
Stop targeting
yourself.
yourself. I'm going to move to there. So since I am now in cover again, I am hidden.
Okay.
Because I moved after shooting.
Right. I know.
Don't have anything else I can help with because I can't shoot. I can't move and shoot, and I used the full action to combat. So
Right. Okay.
movement's
So
been used. Full action's been used.
I think that's it.
Yep, that's me.
Okay, it's Burbank's turn. So Burbank's just gonna. Fuck. What's it gonna do? Burbank has a crew inside, so I'm just gonna. It's not a single person, it's multiple people, and. Yeah, cool. They're going to. What's its movement? 1, 2, 3, 4. It pulls a K turn and starts straight away. smoking with black smoke. And it's actually, it's going to use a boost, so it's going to continue going. And that's going to be it for its turn. Padre.
I am stabilizing because I can't move.
You can shoot.
I can't stabilize if I shoot.
Yeah, so it's up to you if you think.
So I'm not gonna fucking shoot at the thing that hasn't been damaged in front of me when I'm on 1
it has been
HP.
Damaged.
It's been damaged.
Okay.
Been shot twice by 2 other individuals.
Even so, I'm on 1 HP. I'm stabilizing. Plus, I've got a weapon to load.
Cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and apply that then.
This is the friendly reminder that, as I mentioned, as on all Everests, you do get a once a scene, take a quick action as a free action.
So you can stabilize, use that, and then shoot.
With
Or if you had jump jets or something, you could boost away or jump over the other side of the building.
I do not have jump jets.
All right. Well, you could use that once a scene thing, and you can use something to fire like the assault rifle, basically. And you get like guaranteed 2 damage no matter what.
The scene is not just this combat though, right?
Yes, a scene is each combat, whereas once a mission is basically the entirety of all the combats.
Yeah, scenes for combat. It's for a combat
So
thing.
basically, each time you roll initiative is a new scene.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And yes, I know
confusing.
that means something for you, Rival, as well, for one of your abilities that we messed up. But yeah, scene is just...
That, yeah, okay. Then I should have been using my turrets a lot more then as well. If they're once per scene.
Yep.
But I was under the impression that until we evac'd out, that wouldn't be the end of the scene. Okay. Then yeah, I'll shoot. Stupid not to.
So you overcharge
potential.
or whatever that ability is on your
There might be some further confusion about that, but just go on. We'll not worry about it right now.
Yeah. Fuel injector. You kick it into 3rd gear or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the protocol power up.
It's the Everest power up active
Okay,
for the rest of the scene. You gain.
I will.
No.
It's the
Yeah, that's it.
that's your once or 4 repair. The thing I was talking about is the initiative. Once a scene, the Everest can take any quick action as a free action.
Yeah, but it also gives you initiative, or not initiative, accuracy.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, you can use it.
What? So
Middle tab of your mech sheet.
So I'm now confused. Am I doing the thing on the left or the thing on the right, or is it the same thing?
I'm saying you could do either.
Right. I'll do
The
thing on the left.
initiative is a once a scene. The one on the right is once a full repair.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then I'm just gonna shoot.
I was just suggesting you could have also gotten +1 for the rest of the mission. Would like. But yeah, just go ahead and do your
Am I impaired in any way?
attack. Yes, you are. So you would have an inaccuracy.
So how do I? Was it already applied?
When you does it already have like a red
Yes.
-1? Then yes, it is already applied. Okay, that's a 1.
Okay.
So you take 2 damage still.
Yep, still takes 2 damage because it is reliable. There was absolutely 0 way that you could not do damage because that's how those guns work. So that would. And that's the end of Padre's turn. And we've got another thing.
How much do I heal?
If you stabilize,
All of it.
you heal to max.
Yeah, all of it.
Yep.
Oh.
You should automatically do
simple
that
with
for
that,
you,
yes.
I think, if
Yeah.
you use the stabilize macro. I think.
Yeah. should, but it might not.
No, it
The
did.
HP is a little, yeah, okay. Yeah, the HP in this one isn't for some reason coded as well as everything else is coded. But that might be my issue. Okay, I just need one person to roll a d20 for me.
$18.
Oh, I thought Red waved that she was doing it, but I didn't.
I did, but Ursa's done.
Cool. Okay. All right, and then we start the next round.
Can I go?
Do we get the jump on this in the first round?
You always go first in a round.
Then I don't have an issue with Spanner going. If Padre still wants to get the fuck out of Dodge, Padre could just immediately go again.
I am currently pinned by this thing.
Yeah, being
Moving-
surprised. So if he
move-
moves,
move.
he'll get.
Okay.
Moving, I will take damage.
The only thing
Oh,
that
it
goes
just
away.
took damage, didn't it? It just took damage.
You just damaged it. It should be not be pinning you
Right,
anymore.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah,
Oh.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it goes away after you do damage to it.
There you
So
go.
actually, that was
Moved
the
him.
best move he could have done because it would, no matter what, get rid of your impairment.
I don't know.
That was
but
good.
Gaining HP is pretty good as well.
You did both.
So Spanner,
Did
did
everything.
you want to? What was your plan? Like, because you wanted to go first, so.
It was just going to be shoot that hummingbird 3 times again, so that Padre had a chance to get out.
Right.
Sure.
Okay. From what you can see right now, everybody, just to illustrate, you have one hummingbird RPV right next to you. You no longer have line of sight on the Burbank, and you lost line of sight on the infantry a couple of rounds ago.
We could also just leave.
We have done our job here. We have taken out the anti-air.
Yeah, no, but we need to kill the thing in front of us for us to leave.
Yeah,
because
we need to
it's
kill
where
the
we're-
RP. We need to kill the hummingbird.
It's camping our extract.
We don't need to be chasing off to the Burbank and the people. Yeah, let's focus on the thing that we need to kill.
Okay, initiative, like it. So Spanner shot and did 5 damage to the hummingbird. Cool.
Good hit.
I'm glad somebody's rolling good on their damage rolls.
It helps.
I rolled an 8. That's not bad on 2d6s. It's slightly above average.
I mean, I've been crit 4 times, I think.
That is very you, though.
Yeah.
You are the bad news Brown of
Oh, that was minimum roll on the critical hit too. That
I know.
sucks.
That sucks.
That looks like it's 2 1s. Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah, you roll twice and you take the highest with a crit. Is how that
Oh,
works.
that's annoying.
So. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Wow.
That's being a confirmed the crit from previous editions. Surprise! It wasn't actually a crit.
Still is a crit. Still feels good to see that different color on the
Yeah.
on the roll.
Seeing the green there come up is quite nice.
Is that the end of your turn, Spanner?
Yes, she's going to maintain Overwatch.
Cool. So let's go. Hummingbird.
Oh, actually, no, I
Okay.
can't stabilize now, can I? No. Okay.
Hummingbird is going to 1, 2. Just gonna go over here and shoot at Spanner. Give me high low. Just say high low. What do you want?
Hi.
Okay. Target Spanner.
I am on a level 3 if that helps me in any way.
No, because you're on the edge of it. I'd say if you were in the center of it or something like that, it might give you like soft cover or something. Because levels are weird how they work with line of sight in this. You're within line of sight though, so it doesn't get anything. So it's just gonna fire at you. Five damage to you. And then it is going to use its quick action to suppress you.
Is it annoyed that I kept shooting it?
Probably. I was gonna see if it was more annoyed at you for shooting it so much in the last few rounds, or if it was just gonna keep focusing down on Padre. But so you annoyed it enough that it diverted. And that's the end of its turn. So who wants to go next?
Padre could probably go and just take it out. Even with just the assault rifle.
I don't
It's after
think I
taking
will,
a shit
but-
ton of damage. He just took 8 damage plus 3 earlier, I think, or 2. Something like that.
Yeah, but the assault rifle is the only thing I can hit it with. So it's... I'm pretty sure.
It has also moved, whereas we do know there are infantry over here, and the Burbank could potentially target us if we want to move farther east so we don't get targeted by them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's better that you guys just start heading this way.
That's fair.
Sure.
Yeah, if we push any further west, we're going to end up getting ourselves in the crossfire, and the Burbank's got the range, so we've done the job. Get out.
So, do you want to go first, Reaper, or shall I? Or sorry, Demon, not Reaper.
Oh, about to say.
My brain just.
I was wondering what Mikey was going doing there. I was like, I'm wondering why he's not talking. You go first, mate. You've got the jump jets. You can get further than I can.
Sure. Refresh turn. We'll go ahead and we'll move forward. We'll boost. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets us all the way to here. Whee. That's
So
a quick
you can
action.
go through friendly. You just don't end up on them, so that would have still.
I know. It'll be fine. That puts me just within range to shoot this guy. I don't
Cool.
get my +1 accuracy, but well, I'm not at a +1 difficulty, so I'll take that.
Yeah. Pepper it with buckshot.
Shotgun. I miss. That's my turn.
Is that not a? Oh, you
It's a
weren't
5.
targeting. That's why.
I wasn't
That's
targeting,
why
but no, I just didn't.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. Why is the damage there? Okay. All right, end of your turn. Awesome. Okay.
I'll go now.
Well, hold on. I do things in this.
No, you're not.
No, I do
Not
things
allowed.
in this combat.
No, allow.
No,
You've been
no,
outvoted.
it's allowed.
It's a
It's allowed.
democracy.
So 1. It's the end of that. Boost. 1, 2, 3. That's
Really important. The Burbank got its turn. You turn.
I got actions. I'm gonna do them. You don't know. All right, Demon, so you're up.
Beep, beep, beep.
Now I think it's Demon's turn.
Yeah, now it's Demon's turn.
I'm just sprinting. That's the best part about it. I'm not doing shoot anything. I'm just sprinting because I'm so far out of the game right now.
We
Okay. So just move yourself where you want to end up at after your movement boost.
Yeah, so
you
I'm
can
boosting. Was it double? I can do, isn't it? So
You can go through this 1/2 thing without any issue. We established that before.
yeah, I know. It's just well, I would be putting myself right in the firing line. So
Okay.
so what's the point? I'm just going to get myself shot.
All right.
Now I'm aware that you want me to get shot, Roach.
Just saying. Put it out there.
But as tactical genius that Demon is, he would not do that.
Just put yourself where you're gonna go.
just move. God damn it.
Just move.
I am kind of in the way for you a little bit.
No, you're actually
No,
fine where you are.
Yeah, you can go through friendlies without any issue. It's enemies that are the issue when you start doing that.
Them enemies, they're annoying as shit.
Enemies. Yep. Cool.
Things would be so much easier if it wasn't for the bad guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
You ever thought about not being a bad guy?
Okay, well, something happened that you didn't see. Who's up next?
I think it's me. I think.
You or Padre's all that's left.
Yeah.
You want me to go in, Midge? Because I'll hit him with a shotgun blast because I can
Sure.
move in close enough to use it. So I'm gonna move up to there. Excuse me, pardon me, thank you. And then going to target it.
You wouldn't still be hidden, would you?
While I'm moving, yes. Part of Prowler is that even if I'm standing out in the open and it's not the end of my turn, I'm still hidden.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Prowler is pretty good. Shotgun Blast. No mods installed. I won't lie, I'm half tempted to use Crack Shot here. Just give myself an extra accuracy with the shotgun. Just
rub it in.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna use Crack Shot.
God, just roll your dice.
I'm immobilized for the rest of my turn, but I do get a +1 accuracy, so I get an extra.
Is that a protocol?
Yes.
Protocols have to be declared the first thing on your turn.
Ah, never mind then.
That is the catch on them.
That's
I
why
see.
the
That's-
movement element of that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Otherwise,
Can't
you
move.
just
Basically
always...
You're basically just taking a knee and aiming.
Yeah. Right. Let's just blast it with the shotgun. For 2 damage.
Rolls an 18 anyways.
Yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Just roll good on the dice, Forehead.
Just roll
Easy.
good. Skill issue. Just roll good. Skill issue.
That's
Just
how
get
you
good.
do it. That's how you do it.
Just get good.
Yeah. You're no longer hidden, by the way. 'cause
Yeah,
you're
I'm no
shot,
longer hidden.
and you're not in cover.
Not to it, I don't think. Technically. But to other people on the map, maybe. Anyway,
Is that
yeah,
it?
I shoot it for 2 damage. That's all it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's go now.
All the
Has to be
Padre.
fun.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it's Padre, yeah.
It's just it's your Padre, it's the priest. That's it.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Started
They're the
blasting.
one guide you.
Yeah.
Um,
So anyway, I started blasting, but in British.
and- Do I have any impairments?
No. None that applied.
Hey, 4 damage.
All right. He's dead. He had 1 HP.
Thank God he's dead.
Yeah, he had 3
Just needed to
HP,
shoot
so-
him. Just needed to shoot him.
As I was gonna say, just roll your dice. He's already dead.
He's already dead. Roll your dice.
He's already dead. Yep, he's dead.
And then we skedaddle, I suppose.
Then I will start moving to. How to.
I've got to take a turn to stabilize before I go anywhere.
That's fair. Me too.
Yeah.
How do?
How,
How do-
what?
How do I see how far I can move?
There's a ruler
Is-
on the left. So on the left, the third one down on the right column is a measure distance.
Are you
Yeah,
talking
but
about your
what's-
movement
what-
stat?
Yeah. What's my max?
Speed.
4?
Speed.
Should be 4.
Yeah.
Directly
Same for
left of your
everybody.
character art on your first tab of your character sheet for the mech.
Low armor above all your saves. Everybody gets the same mech, so everyone has 4 speed essentially at this point.
Though we have since realized there are more GMS mechs, but we just didn't have access to them yet.
Yep. I need to actually go where my die. Yeah, there it is.
Q.
That's it.
Is it?
I mean, you can boost if you just want to go off the side of the map
I
or
shot.
something like that. You just. Oh right, yeah, I did shot. You did shot. Did shoot. The
You did shot, yeah.
You did shot. Cool.
So I think Demon and Ursa might want to go first because they're the furthest away
Well,
from the edge of the map.
I'm just working out in my head right now. So Spanner, who no longer has an impairment, by the way, you're going to go ahead and stabilize to load this turn, right? That's what you're doing this turn.
Stabilize to load and repair, yeah.
Stabilize to load and repair. Okay, everybody has 4 movement.
And you can still move when you do that, so you can get off the top of the building.
Yep. Okay. There. And what is the plan of the group? Let's say, like, once Spanner has stabilized, just continue moving.
Yeah, the job is done,
away.
so we fall back.
Yeah, I
Okay.
need to stabilize, but I will be moving as well because I need to load everything. But that's it.
All right. There is no way I can catch you with the things that I have at my disposal, at least for a while. So we're gonna end the combat there.
Yay.
Okay. I'm going to make a noise then and stabilize.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Cool.
Me 3, so I can get my health back.
Okay.
It's mostly just for reloading in my case.
This kind of sound like a magazine clicking into to a gun
does.
if it wasn't for the yeah.
I'm gonna hold off because I'm running kind of low on repairs. I've
Yeah, you
used
only
up
get 5 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how many more fights we got, so I don't really want to use it when I still
that's
got more
fair.
than half my hit points left.
That's fair, yeah.
That is fair. So funny
And we
enough,
gotta
you've
head towards-
avoided a few of the ones I had planned.
So now we gotta head
good
towards the
rolls.
actual main objective, right? Because we finished this, so we can probably update Juliet with that. Whoever's going to call that in. If nobody else is going to. Reaper to Juliet.
Go ahead, Reaper.
Update on situation. 2 AA platforms down. Moving on to primary objective.
Understood. And the line goes at that point as you continue moving, but it doesn't take too much longer before she does. Before you hear in your ears, kind of an all comms channel. Hammer, this is Juliet.
Copy.
We have a unit about half a kilometer west of where you're currently located. Have set up a safe area if you need resupply or repairs.
Copy that. We'll stop by on the way through.
Okay, just point out that is not in the direction you're moving.
No, it's not, but we can have a quick check of mechs, because some of us have taken a few hits.
And we need repair, resupplying, essentially. Because if we're going to go into a big combat situation, it wouldn't hurt to have all of our repairs available.
Yes.
It wouldn't hurt. That's
Considering
true.
I think 2 of our frontliners have used 3 of their stabilizers, I think.
2.
I've used 2.
Right. But it wouldn't hurt to have all 5. I think having all 5 is better than having 3.
Well, given how hard these things are hitting, yeah.
Yeah.
And you haven't even fought any actual lancers yet.
Yeah, we only fought
Right.
robot-controlled mechs.
Yes,
And
we're aware of that.
Yeah. We fought the soft targets.
We fought goblins.
Yeah.
It's almost like bringing in a suboptimal mech, and my character had no idea what he was doing. It was not the optimal play, Roach.
It's fine. My mech's also built incorrectly.
I wouldn't say it's built incorrectly. I would say it's built differently.
No, incorrectly.
I had the same issue that it did originally, where it's you're just like, yeah, no, the covering fire sounds great. And then you realize, oh, covering fire specifically doesn't work with basically any weapon but the heavy machine gun. That's the only one that seems to work with it.
Close with, yeah. That's fair.
Yep. That and apparently my mounts are set up incorrectly. So fun.
I want to take a look at your character sheet.
And you're the one that told me my mounts are incorrect.
No, they're not. You set them up correctly. Your auxiliary shots can be fired whenever you fire your main weapons. So if they're in
Yes.
range, you can fire them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it meant that I was firing wrong the entirety of last session.
Yeah, you weren't. You
So
were
my mech
doing,
is set
full
up
round.
incorrectly.
No, you were doing a full round of assault, but you were just forgetting to use your auxiliary weapons. That was it.
Yes.
You weren't doing
Either
anything
way.
wrong. You were just forgetting to use things that you had.
Oh,
That you
no.
supposed.
Hey,
Don't tell me I'm
It's the
wrong
first-
then, because my gun wasn't in range.
so,
Midgeman.
Yeah, you know, you're all new to this as a, you know, in character, so it makes sense. Things might be a little wonky or not set up optimally. It's part of the fun.
So, just for clarification, if it's not on a because this is important. If it's
Right.
not on a flex mount, I can't fire it at the same time as the other thing.
So
Well,
there are
flex mount
two
just
different.
means it can. A flex mount just means it can either mount a regular weapon or an aux weapon. Like it's a flexible mount. It has multiple things you can put on it. What you're asking specifically is its auxiliary weapons or auxiliary mounts can be fired in addition to main weapons, main mounts, heavy weapons, things like that, for certain attack actions, which is all covered in CompCon. Literally, it goes over specifically what can be fired when and everything. So specifically, are you asking for like a skirmish? Because in a skirmish, attack with a single weapon, and you may also attack with a different aux weapon on the same mount. That's what a skirmish does. For a barrage, which is a full attack action, you attack with two weapons or attack with a single heavy weapon. And the two weapons can be on different mounts.
So yes.
Super heavy weapon.
So yes, my Lancer does not work the way it was last time. Fine, thank you. Question answered.
Okay. That's why I was just trying to clarify.
So we're going to get repaired.
Yeah, so you start heading in that direction, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Cool. So you start moving in that direction. And you're guided in after a certain period of time, kind of so people aren't just appearing on the street in a hostile territory and getting shot down by sentries. And after probably about 20 minutes or so of kind of, you know, street to street kind of bounding movement, you arrive in kind of a nondescript, like what looks to be some sort of like market area. So a lot of like little shop fronts and that kind of thing, like not a lot of residential or industry. And you see individuals like wave out or wave you in from kind of a cleared, probably used to be like some sort, it's a lot, so but it looks like it was parking of some sort. And you see a mobile vehicle that's been kind of set up that seems to have like supplies in it. You're not the only people there. There looks to be a couple of like infantry fighting vehicles like currently being rearmed. One of them's like got a team on it and is welding plates to sections that might have been hit already. Things like that. This looks to be some sort of like forward like resupply and repair station that's been set up, and they're all uniformed AMS, and you even see AMS infantry kind of a pretty broad area around have cleared the area, have cleared the local like immediate area.
Is there anyone who looks like they're in charge?
There's a lot of people that look like they're in charge of a lot of things. If you're looking like overall in charge, because it's pretty hectic. If individual like directing stuff.
There will always be a command tent of some description. Don't give me out.
Well, you do know that yes, there is a commander of the area. They're not in a command tent. They're in a little bakery that was next to the slot that has been cleared out. And
Then that's where we will go.
yeah, and when you go in, it's again hectic, and there's a couple of like individuals with like laptops, like hardened laptops and or equivalents in the future, like working on like direction and like comms and stuff. And there's
So
there is
They have USBs in the side.
USBs in the side. yeah, USB 30s. You know, they're not up to date. Like the new USB 30 C2 is the new one, but that hasn't you know, it's
Hasn't
military.
been widely
They're
adopted by military.
They're a few years behind in the military kind of tech.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be rugged. The rumors it isn't as durable as the last USB 30s. So people are, we're getting into really weird tech shit. Okay, so Lincoln jokes. Yeah, there looks to be some looks to be a commanding officer. He's got a general, like not general, but like a what you would assume to be. I know you would see it. It's a rank striped, some sort of like some senior sergeant of it. They're not using Union rank insignia, but you can kind of get the gist of it. And they've got a lot of chevrons on their sleeve. And they're currently on like a headset, like yelling at somebody. It seems they do that a lot when you enter.
Who's the CO?
I am. It's the big guy with the chevrons on his sleeves.
Hammer Brigade. Just need a quick patch job and then we'll be on the way back out again.
Okay, Rhino 1's currently dealing with the last of what they've got. There should be a bay open. Whoever's your worst off, put them in that bay. Everyone else can re-up off the supplies on your own time. When my men are ready, they'll look over everything and they'll give you your full attention.
Thanks, appreciate it. Okay, who's the worst?
To screaming at the guy.
Would that be Padre is the worst?
I mean,
Padre's the
closest
best.
to losing structure, but now he's fully healed.
No,
with
I'm
four repairs.
fully healed with 4 repairs.
It's probably one of you two. Probably one of Demon or Ursa, who need the most repair.
Spanner, yes.
I think then it would probably be me, wouldn't it?
What I was going to say was Spanner's going to have a look over everyone and see if anyone actually needs a big repair job.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that's a good in-character reason why you would all know this, these limited supply things. Yeah, it'd be whoever either is the lowest in health or who has the least stabilizes would probably be the worst off, which you could sense. So, so yeah, Ursa and Demon would have probably the lowest stabilizes left for the mission.
Ursa has... I mean, if we're allowed to talk about this out of character, Ursa has 4 repairs and is down 5 hit points.
You're up then. I've got 5 repairs and I'm full health.
I have 3 repairs.
Oof.
I took a lot of hits initially. Where I took the first hits, and I've taken hits essentially in every combat. It's just that I didn't take a lot of damage.
Ursa is doing what he's supposed to be doing here, soaking up damage meant for other people. But these are big battlefields. He can't be everywhere at once.
Mm-hmm.
So Caitlyn's going to resupply everyone. Apart from Ursa, who can go in the bay.
Yeah. Ursa, get yourself in the bay. We'll get you patched up. That's get your mech in the bay, not you.
Understood that? What? You think I don't understand?
Padre, do you want to hit the medical tent just to make sure you're okay?
He just nods.
Okay. I'd say that probably, I guess there'd be a makeshift area, because this isn't a MASH or a casualty collection point or anything, but I'd say they'd probably have like an ad hoc little, they'd have whoever their medics are set up like a little area, kind of out of the way of all the knuckle draggers that can, so that they can just do what they need to do. So
instead of looking at getting myself looked at, I'm going to look at others, see if I can help them.
Give me a grit check. And if you have anything to as a trigger for this, that would totally work.
I do. I have what's it called? I have Patch, which is a +2 apply medical knowledge to medicate or diagnose.
Cool. Roll that. Yeah, totally roll that.
Ooh.
It's a 22. So natural
22.
20 +2.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. What you see when you enter is I'd say 12 people that are being cared for, and 2 individuals that look like they have some sort of knowledge of what's going on or how to actually do this, are actual combat lifesavers or actual medics. Everybody else is they're directing other people to do things. So they're pretty overstretched. Nobody's like life threatening right now in terms of anything. You've got a couple like, you know, flesh wounds here and there. People are going to need stitches. Somebody's stabilized but low on blood, so they're being kind of like right now directed by these two individuals, and they're being like hooked up to like an actual like plasma and blood and everything, and they're kind of being ready to be moved whenever somebody can get out here and pick them up, kind of thing. There doesn't look to be anything like we need another set of hands right now. But so if you want to, it's up to you if you think Padre would want to just like be an extra set of hands and like, you know, clean the guy's wound, spend some time doing that, or checking like, you know, like checking breathing sounds on both sides kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do general check and just kind of he's not gonna say a word. He's just gonna walk in the tent, wash his hands, and then just start like changing people's bandages, etc. if they need it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, for point, this isn't even a tent. This is a whole bunch of boxes have been stacked in the side, and they've just been kind of working open air. So, and when you go to wash your hands as well, you basically at this point there's just a whole bunch of canteens sitting on the side, and so you just, you know, you just get yourself as clean as possible and go to it. But there's everything else, no supply wise, is like super like low or anything, so you've got enough for that. And I'd say you just roll a d20 for me, just so I can kind of gauge something. Don't worry, you can't fail at this really, because you rolled a crit success on the medical thing.
It's an 11.
11? Okay, cool. Yeah, you definitely help. You spend however much time you want to spend here, you can do that, and you are helping the two actual medics.
Yeah, I'm basically doing this, and then I'm keeping an eye out. Basically, I'm timing it so when I see Ursa's mech come out of the box, so every now and then I'm just popping my head out, going back in, just quietly, calmly.
Okay.
Can I call Juliet and get an update on our projected area of action next?
Okay, like giving you some info on it? Or...
Yeah, just anything that's been spotted by the drones, or anything like that, or anything that's been reported by other teams in the area.
Okay, totally. Yeah, you call her up. Juliet definitely seems like they're a little overwhelmed at the moment right now in terms of like they have to like put you on the equivalent of putting you on hold a couple of times for getting like back to you. But when they do get back to you, so what do you just ask them, like any information on primary target site, or?
Yeah, basically.
How are you? Okay.
Any additional information that we've not been told of, anything that other teams have reported in about infantry or heavy weapons moving into the area, any movement spotted on the drones, just the general kind of update on the area, so when we're going in, we're not going in completely blind.
Right. Okay. Cool. So she gets that, and she says that she'll go ahead and try and gather information. She's going to send a couple of drones overhead and try and get you a read of exactly what you're going up against, or at least a general layout of the area, to wait. Probably, the way she says it, wait a few, I'll get back to you. Just know the longer you spend at that point, the longer that port's going to be active. Use your best judgment.
Rolling in 30.
30. Okay, 30 minutes is how long you're going to spend here? Is that well, I mean, discuss it as a group as well, just if you want to, because basically out of character right now as a GM, you have a choice between taking longer to help everybody get up, full supplied, up repairs, so you go in fresh to the attack, or you can and get the most intel, or you can go right now, as soon as possible with minimal intel. The difference is how long this spaceport's active, which may affect other things in the combat that's not direct at you, or other things in this little mission. So
I appreciate that, but the problem is you're not giving me any kind of time frame to work with.
You don't really have you don't really know about the time frame. Basically, if everybody's going to repair, it's going to take you about an hour. Like a full.
Then we move in an hour.
Move in an hour at full repair.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I don't need a full repair. I'm only down one thing.
I'm saying accumulative, like just how the whole team to get everything done would take an hour no matter what. Just how it is, because you're having to like reload all your weapons. They have to double check all of your mechs if you're going in for a repair, something like that. You know, Ursa's getting fixed up, or whoever's getting fixed up in the bay takes some time to do that. They need to run through your like equipment and maintenance checks and that kind of thing, like even quick ones, field ones. So it's just that's the trade-off. You can either go quick, finish the overall mission and your thing quicker, but you don't have as many benefits to it, and it's kind of the trade-off there. But if you're going to go ahead and just like go in as fresh as possible, understandable.
Spanner will be helping with the repairs and everything, so if that cuts any time, then
what is you could theoretically, but it's at this point it's more of a question. It'd be a pretty hard check to do that. Go ahead and make an engineering check for me if you're going to help.
can I use hack or fix? Repair a device or faulty system, or totally hack it wide open, or totally wreck, disable, or sabotage.
I'll allow it. It's not going to be a pass-fail situation, though. The higher you get, the better it's going to be. So, just so you know. This is one of those higher DC ones that can come into play.
Nope.
8. Okay. You can help, but it's not going to speed anything up. These guys are professionals. They know what they're doing, and they're going good clip. So yeah, with that, you have an hour's downtime out of combat. What would you like to do with that downtime? While you're here.
While she's working, can I talk to Demon or Reaper to find out where she fucked up, if at all?
Do you want to take this one, or does Reaper?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm the team leader. It's pretty much my job.
There.
Okay. Firstly, you need to stay at the back. You don't want to move forward. Secondly, you gotta relax. You're taking snapshots with your howitzer. You're there to support. So move yourself to advantageous positions, high ground if you can, things like that, and wait for other people to call out where they want the shot.
I understand.
All right. The simple fact is you will sometimes be able to see a target, but most of the time you won't. That's what your howitzer's for. So they might call it in on an alleyway that's got no targets, but you're not there to hit the target at that point. You're driving the enemy to somewhere where they can get the kill.
That makes sense.
All right. Other than that, keep doing what you're doing. Helping where you can. Just covering people when they're trying to fall back.
All right. Thanks, Demon.
No problem.
Good tips.
Oh, she's
Reaper's
got
sitting on a roof somewhere, eating.
she's got a howitzer, for crying out loud. She wants to be as far back as possible so that she can hit, fire, reload. But really, as a weapon, we should be giving her ideas of where she should be using it.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of this, we should really be trying to work as a team.
Yes, absolutely. Reaper sitting on like a fire escape somewhere, having some rations after using a bathroom and cleaning up a bit.
I'm going to go and talk to Padre.
Okay. I'm in the medical tent. You see me just cleaning. I'm probably just doing a little bit of a stitch job on someone right now.
How's the head?
Oh. It's fine.
Define fine.
I'll live.
Is your combat ability impaired?
I wouldn't be stitching up someone's face if my combat ability was impaired.
Yes, you would.
Yes, I would. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
All right. From now on, you stick with Spanner. You both got long-range fire support.
Copy that. And we should probably take it in turns to fire the howitzer. When she's reloading, I'll fire. When I'm reloading, she can fire.
We're going to need to build a stronger team. Last fight was a bit too chaotic.
Well,
So I want you and Spanner at the back, working together with cold shots into the enemy.
mm-hmm.
Plus, she's our medic, so let's try and keep her in one piece. Our mech medic.
Your engineer. That being said, if you do get hurt yourself, please just shout. I've got patches and correctives.
Copy that.
And a rocket launcher.
Understood. Well, we should be moving within the hour, so don't get comfy, all right?
He just nods.
I'm now going to go and find Reaper and Ursa.
It's not hard to find Reaper. He's sitting on a balcony or like a fire escape on one of the buildings. He's got a ration pack in front of him. He's got one of his headphone buds are in, but one are like he's like that. With the one earmuff on, one earmuff off.
Yeah, so we can hear people and while listening in case someone calls me over the comms.
Yeah.
Smart.
He's just chewing. He's eating away on whatever ration pack's in front of him.
Reaper?
Demon.
Thoughts?
Could have gone better. Could have gone a lot worse.
I'm telling Spanner and Padre to run from the back from now on.
Need to start alternating.
Yeah. Alternating their howitzers.
Yeah. Spanner did all right. She didn't lose her cool too much, which is
impressive.
Good. Yeah, it's good considering it's her first ever combat experience. Ursa did really well. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's just not done it in a mech before.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have been a lot worse.
All right, so I'm going to have you going, kind of running in between the two teams. Me and Ursa up front. Spanner and Padre at the back. You go running around in the middle. Do what you do. Hit shots. Redeploy. Call out where movement is.
You got it.
And we'll try and run this buffers. Let's try and force them into kill zones.
Yeah. Understood.
All right. Ursa at the mech bay?
Think so.
Ursa is... Sorry. I didn't know if you were asking me or asking him.
Go. Where are you?
Ursa would be in the mech bay. He is probably sitting on like a director's chair, just kind of hunched over it with a flashlight in his mouth, just pointing down at a data slate. That he's one hand he's consulting the GMS technical manual, and the other hand he's looking like clearly he's looking at what he could be refining about his mech to make it more effective in combat. Not that this is going to help right now, but he's planning for the future.
All right, clever. Ursa. How do you think you did in the last combat?
I'm still here. That is a good sign.
Very. Moving forward, we're going to have to work a bit more closely together. Neither one of us can take out something on our own. And if we get too far ahead, it leaves the rest of the team exposed. But I really want you to use your jump jets more often.
I thought I was using them every opportunity, but I will try.
Basically, I'm going to try and sandwich people between us. Give them too many targets to shoot at.
Okay.
We're both tanks.
Did you know? Yes. Also, did you know that? And he will just show you the data slate that apparently in the diagram for one of his mech's arms, there is a projected energy shield, and he'll just be like, I didn't know I had this!
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to use it in the last one. It's a nice little piece of kit, especially if Reaper gets in a jam.
Yes, we'll keep in mind. Shooting at mechs very different than shooting at people. I shoot at people, they go down. I shoot at mechs, they keep on coming.
Yeah, exactly. Neither one of us can take someone down in one blast, but if we work together and use the howitzers we've now got, there shouldn't be much that can stand against us.
We should be careful how close we get to targets then, yes? Danger close.
Exactly. We don't want to get... So, I'm going to say it's like 100 meters, Roach? For things.
The close danger, not the thing used to in boarding action.
I can't hear you, Roach.
You're on mute.
Sorry, reiterate what you were just asking about.
The hexagons, I'm saying they're what, 25 meters?
It's really nebulous. They're kind of just like, yeah, I guess you could say that, but it's kind of, you know.
Okay,
It fits for giving a description for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to get closer than 75 meters because that's the blast radius of a howitzer shell. So if we do that, we should be able to take things down while calling in fire support.
Okay.
Other than that, keep doing what you're doing, bud.
It is fun, I will say. The jumping, oh ho, ho.
Well, we're going to try and use that. If we get a target in front of us, I want you to jump over it and hit it from the back while I hit it from the front. Basically, give them too many targets to think about.
I will do this.
Awesome. And with that, I'm going to have a quick look at his setup screen, make sure everything's kind of repairing nicely, and then leave him to it because he seems to know what he's doing.
Listen, I'll have you know, Oleg is surprisingly competent.
Oh, that's what I mean. As it's like the kind of de facto leader by like Juliet, it's kind of saying, I'm going to be talking to you. It's like I'm kind of wanting to make sure everyone's okay, but it's like, he actually knows what he's doing. I'll leave him alone.
Which, speaking of Roach, question on that. Is this hour we're taking, are you essentially giving us a full repair here?
A what?
A full repair.
No, it's just it's a limited thing. Basically, you could use this if you wanted to, but no, it's not a full repair. This isn't like an actual fully stocked mech bay. This is just getting you some supplies and some things like that. Okay. So basically, whoever basically I'm gonna roll at the end of this, you're guaranteed it was you who went into the actual bay, right?
Yes, I believe this is the one being worked on.
You're guaranteed to essentially get all your stabilizers back and any other things you've spent as a limited mission only thing back, and then I'm going to roll, and potentially other people might get things back or not. It just kind of depends on it's a lower DC for other people to get things the longer you spend here.
So it's a limited full repair. All right.
It's a limited, yeah. It's a resource that you might have used or not used.
Okay, I will fix up the big brother.
Okay, cool.
Which I'm not sure if that was mentioned yet, but yes, Ursa's mech is in fact called the Big Brother.
Yeah, weirdly,
cool.
It's not on the pilot mech listing.
No, because it just uses your character.
It is. It's the top.
Oh, we don't see it. We see the.
Yeah.
We don't see it.
I see Midge's mech. I see.
I see
Rose.
It might be. That's weird.
It's very strange.
It sounds like a permissions issue. Oh well.
Big. Yeah, I can search for it. All right, weird. Cool. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Probably has permission to review that.
It doesn't really matter. It's fine. Cool.
Just making me do more work, y'all.
Do more work, Roach. Do more.
No. It's hard. Okay. All right. So I've just been rolling a couple of things in the background for you all. So, intelligence. You're gonna get essentially Juliet conveys to you that she got a drone over the area for a limited period of time. Got a couple of snapshots. So you're gonna get to look at this just know that this might not necessarily be where or what everything is when you get there. This is like essentially just like something went over, and
This is the last flyby we had.
yeah, this is a flyby, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get this preloaded and should be able to drag you in.
Okay. That is at least one mech, I see. Like full on Lancer, not just a.
Yeah.
I see
Thanks, Juliet.
another anti-air, another
Yeah.
Burbank, 2 tanks.
Do they have tanks parked on top of buildings, just using them as like artillery pieces?
Yep.
Oh boy.
And a
On a
dropship.
flat build. Two
Two
dropships.
dropships. Two dropships in the middle of the
Yeah.
map.
What you can see, these are two. I guess dropships kind of works in the sense of like battle tech, because anything that goes in the ground and then up and again is just called a dropship by default. These would be like corvettes, so they're very tiny, like combat vessels. From what you can see, they don't look like they're meant to actually carry like equipment or anything like that. They look too sleek for that kind of work.
Is that a lake in the middle?
That is what you can set, because you do have the screenshot, so you can plan as much as you like from what you have right here. If you inquire, I can tell you what things are, and Juliet kind of knows some things. That is what they're using to cool the reactors when they're on the ground. Because as
Okay,
spaceships,
so-
they need radiators to cool themselves in space, but radiators don't really work in atmosphere with the way they have their radiator set up, because it's not a radiator panel, it's a if you ever played Terra Invicta or something like that, essentially you just superheat particles, and then they go out into space in a magnetic kind of field, and they're brought back in after they cool down. So there's like it doesn't really work in atmosphere. So
So is that impossible terrain or hard terrain?
it would be difficult terrain to go through.
Unless you can fly over it.
It's not deep enough that you would like go over your mech or something like that. It's not shallow. but
Okay.
yeah.
Would it act as cooling if you had additional heat on your mech?
Is this a mech warrior thing where being submerged in water is more efficient for your heat sinks?
If you have heat sinks in your legs and you go into water, yes, that is a thing in BattleTech. That's not a thing in Lancer.
It's not. You don't clear heat unless you stabilize. You have to vent heat.
Yeah, so that's not a thing.
Nope, that's fine. I thought I'd
Yeah.
be cheeky and ask.
That
can't
would be
remember if I-
cool, and I'd like that, but I can't. That'd be a whole different like heat system. I'm not willing to
Appreciate the hustle.
Right.
Doesn't work here.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I get it though. It's good. It's good.
I think I tried to ask this last week. I forgot to answer. What the hell are the black and white, or the black and yellow circle, the hexes here? Like, what is that warning against? Do we know?
No, those are on the ground. From what you can kind of tell by the setup of everything here, those are like probably like areas that for like loading and unloading in buildings.
Okay, it's literally painted on the ground just for that. All right, that's
Yeah,
not like a
those are just
danger
literally
zone.
painted
It's
on the
just
No.
it's equivalent to the fire lane. It's painted on the map.
Yeah, essentially yes.
Okay.
But yeah, what you can
What-
see is that that pool is being cycled through, because right now the reactors are on like a hot standby. They're ready. They're getting ready to go. So the reactors are on and at like combat loads, but they can't use their radiators in atmosphere. So they're constantly having to cycle water until they launch.
Oleg will pose this question to the group. So I see anti-air and I see ships. Should we try to stop those ships from taking off? Do we have the firepower to do that?
No, we just need to disrupt the cooling lines to the ships.
Or we find the crew and kill them.
Both.
That both work. The problem being, if the crew is on the ship, it doesn't make a big difference.
Just punch the cockpit.
You know, if you destroy the cooling lines, they can't cool the reactor. The ship melts.
That makes sense. Which buildings of these are going to be garrisoned, do you reckon?
Which ones aren't going to be garrisoned is the correct question.
Do we know which direction we're coming from?
Well, you'll have the option of picking between 2 deployment areas when you start this, now that you've seen the ground. So you can start along the left side, like the left edge of the map, just that, or you can deploy basically on top of this big monolithic structure, basically the like within these like one square, like on the edge here that encompasses this like big, like low flat building. And that would represent you like very cautiously going along like side streets and things like that, and then getting like next to cover, because that's a very wide, low building, but it's also one that kind of obscures a lot of vision. So you would have those 2 options to pick from.
I say we get closer to the objective and then scout it out. We'll make a decision when we're closer. Anything else, we're making decisions on incorrect information.
Things will change by the time we get there.
Absolutely. All right.
Okay.
I want everyone ready to go in 20 minutes.
Got it, boss.
Copy.
I'm just gonna bring you in here so that you don't, because things can change while you're gone, while you're moving, because you don't have line of sight on this yet.
Indeedly doodly. And that's
And it's actually time for our break.
Yep.
Indeed.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
So we'll join us in 10 minutes time, where we'll be back with more of this. Other than that, use this time, grab yourself a drink, and enjoy these messages. Hey, come here a minute. Do you need royalty-free music for your TTRPG content, whether that be a YouTube video, stream, TikTok, Instagram post? Don't worry, we've got you covered. My name's Alex. I've been a content creator for almost a decade now, and I've teamed up with my good friend Harry to produce 10 royalty-free songs for you to use in your content completely for free. We've tried to make a whole range of motifs with this album, covering happy music to sad music, to mystery music to combat music. And if this takes off, you know what? We might even make some more. So give the Elendor Chronicles soundtrack Volume 1 a shot. It's free to stream everywhere. And if you want the high quality downloads, you can come over to our Patreon and download them, or you can contact me directly at tabletop@themidgemansworld.co.uk as a creator, and I'll just give it to you for free. That's it, there's no catch. And just to prove it, we've also given you guys a user license agreement to prove that you have the complete perpetual rights to use this content. So enjoy, and good luck on your next adventure. Oh, good day. I'm Martin Sanderson, and I'm the CEO of Avari Military Solutions. We here at Avari know that it doesn't take much to cause problems out on the frontier, whether that be from local pirate raids, neighboring interstellar powers, or even just an unhappy populace with unreasonable demands. Just what is a small to mid-sized regional power to do when faced with these problems? You look to Avari for your solutions. With open-ended contracts, well-trained personnel, state-of-the-art aerospace forces, and competitive rates, we stand ready to help find the right solution to your problem. So if you have a problem, why not call Avari for your solution? Our operators are waiting to take your call, and consultations are free of charge.
Avari Military Solutions, a solution for your problem.
Avari Military Solutions is not licensed to operate within the Kark and Grey Baronies, the Andes Corps, or any Class A combat zones. AMS is a subsidiary of Omni Radiance Holdings, a family company.
When is a story more than a story? When a tale is more than words on paper? When is an ad more than the script it's written on? In the darkest and deepest annals of our own history, worlds of wonder and splendor burst through like a blister made of hope. From the brain that's rattled and riddled with madness, a radiant pustule. Writing, art, that's storytelling. That is the true lust of life. You too can dutifully indulge in art. like fans of the greats. Shakespeare, King, Tolkien, Seuss, Mercer. You too can indulge through Twitch Prime. Get an extended access to a wealth of knowledge with a simple click, an emotion so small that it could endlessly amount to possibilities. Embrace those feelings. Support art. Support the component cast. we're back.
We're back. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Well, while we wait for Reaper to get back a little bit, I did go ahead and double check the what you got for your time here. Unfortunately, the roll wasn't great. So, Ursa, you're back up to full. Like any spent options or anything like that? You like limited like mission stuff? Back up to full.
You're just justifying his reckless behavior. I'm just telling you right now.
Either way, this was something that was programmed into this mission. I had already had it going, but yeah, that's true.
No, I'm saying party. By letting him take this, you are just justifying his reckless behavior.
This behavior's been useful.
It has.
And then, so I'll admit, I'll tell you guys, really shitty roll on this one. You have the option of replacing two individual limited things. So if you have like limited charges or uses of a weapon for a mission, or you have limited structure, you can replace two of those, whatever, and any combination of anybody, but it has to be two individual things within the party. So you have to discuss it amongst yourselves. So either like the mines and stuff, I think those are limited to like whatever, to like 3 charges for a mission. You could reload those fully if you wanted to. Or if you just wanted to reload 2 people's like full stabilize, so they're back up to full for repairs, you could do that, but it's got to be limited. Yeah.
That is a tough decision.
It is. Well, it's I rolled a 5. You had to like the DC was lowered by 2 orders of magnitude from what it was initially, and I still rolled really shitty. So
can Juliet give us an update on how much more we have to take out? Is this like our last target, or is there like 3 more targets after this?
This is your last target for this mission. Afterwards, you're kind of just a free tasking. But if you inquire, unless there's any other brush fires that come up, you're going to be like diverted to a fob just outside the city, where you're going to set up for the night.
My opinion would be, unless anybody's really low on repairs, which I think most people have only used 1. I think Spanners used 2 because Spanners repaired themselves twice. That should still be 3 repairs for this last bit of this mission. We could give Rival his mines back, his grenades back, and let them take those. And then everybody should have just enough repairs to get us through this last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my howitzer, it needs reloading every time, but it isn't limited.
Yeah.
And I didn't use
It's
my
like
turret
I
drone.
have a round printing every time, sort of.
Which I imagine those turret drones are going to be coming in real useful in this target-rich environment here.
Possibly. That's the thing. So okay, then Demon, you can you can re-up your mines / grenades.
Thanks, people.
Okay, and move forward.
Done.
Okay. And then okay, I did explain that correctly then. I thought I misexplained that, and I thought.
Nope, we got it.
Okay, it was 2 points. Cool. The full, by the way, the full thing on that was when it would have been a full team repair if you had succeeded the DC of that, was kind of the thing, and it was a pretty freaking low DC. I actually hate that you guys didn't get that.
Let's not get used to having a full repair after we do it halfway through the mission.
Yeah, this is
a grounding forces. Yeah, we're not even level 1s. We're level 0 still.
You're level 0s. The GM is taking pity because she hasn't worked out the actual.
Clearly the bomb that went off in orbit, and the fact that there's so much activity going around because all the 4 rolls. Repairs are spread a little thin right now as everybody's trying to make sure they have proper landfall.
Yeah. Okay. So, is there anything else you'd like to do during that hour other than just go in and check in with everybody? Because that didn't take long, and we're still. I don't want to get started on a really heavy combat with someone here.
What, without the sniper?
Yeah, that would be nice. But if there's nothing else that's like taking precedent or anything like that, we can move on. I'm totally fine with that.
I mean, I don't think there's anything to roll. Oleg will show his updated design to the resident mechanic, knowing it can't be printed now, but he's basically just setting it on the docket for future printing.
Okay, give that in. It makes total sense. Oh, thank God.
Sorry, I was dragged away for family things. There was
No,
a
it's
thing
all
I had
right.
to help out with. Sorry about that.
Totally fine. I was just trying to stretch the time out so you didn't.
You could have just continued. I would have come back.
I didn't want to start the mission. I didn't want to start a combat or anything. Potentially,
That's fine. He can jump in basically anywhere. He's practically invisible.
Yeah, it's true. So okay, but yeah, they already discussed. You only got two other points to spend on repairs for after Ursa because like rolled really shitty on the repair docket. So those just went to Demon's grenades to reload all of them up. So he's full on those. So cool. Okay. So yeah, once you get done with that, essentially what happens is after Ursa's out, you're being you're not told that we have other people that need this more, but they're strongly implying it. So you're essentially, the way it works out is you're quickly given a printer for like 30 minutes and you just print out the explosives because that's what you work out the most, and you get that done. And when you're leaving, you see a force of company tanks, which probably the first time you've seen these, but they're different than the ones you've been fighting for these enemies tanks. Is these are big, low, squat bastards that have like that look pretty menacing and don't have like a ballistic weapon on them, but they are definitely beat shit. The ones that are coming in, like there's a lot of like there's a lot of like ERA blocks that are blown off on the explosive reactive armor, for anybody who doesn't know what that acronym stands for. Just blown off on parts of like the side and the turret and things like that, and there's like scorch marks and stuff. So definitely other people were dealing with a lot, so it's not just you. It seems a pretty stiff resistance. And I just want
tanks stopped.
Like at a certain point they're waiting for you to all clear out, because at a certain point all the IFVs are out after the last one got all of its panels welded on and double checked the engine, and then you were taking up all the space as a team, and now they stopped. So basically they stopped for like 10 or 15 minutes while they were waiting for all you to like file out. There's like 4 of them like in a line. So
All right, in which case I'm going to go to the closest one and kind of find the commander and of that particular vehicle and go, what you run into?
Yeah, wrap on the hatch. The VC like comes out. These are like in the I don't know, like they're like young 25-year-old or something like that, and he's got his like augmented reality tanker's helmet kind of thing on. Takes it off. What didn't we run into? There's a lot of these little quick bastards with big machine guns on either side of them that been ducking around. Those weren't too bad. A lot of their tanks kind of stalking around the streets. We took a lot from, I guess, what they have equivalent to you guys. This big bastard didn't get a good look at him, but he took out 2 of my squad before we had any chance to reply.
All right, where'd you come from?
Well, we were just, and he describes it essentially like, if I wish I had made a map for this that worked out, but I'll find one that generates good moderate city maps, because there's not a lot of good ones. It was like the way he describes it, it's about from where you were with the AA position, think about 750, 800-ish meters to the like east of where you are. So from where you're at, like essentially he was like kind of off to the side, and like above, so you're below that position right now, direct south of where that was. But but if you ask, like, that was about like 2 hours ago. We've just been crawling our way back over here. Keep an eye out for him. He kind of describes it. He says it's a biped, about taller than all you. He points to like one of the Everests, but not by a lot. Skinnier. But it's hard to gauge. He's wearing some sort of like soft armor, soft cloth or something like that. It obscures the silhouette.
Great. Appreciate it.
And yeah, you can see those tanks look bad. Yeah, to be pulled off of a line to a forward like collection point like this early in an op, like, yeah, they can defend themselves, but they're not ready for anything else at this point.
I'm gonna run over to Demon. Can you call in with Juliet? Because I'm wondering how the other teams are doing.
It doesn't concern us.
But
it doesn't concern us. Keep your mind on your job.
Okay.
I would ask you, as I was just gonna ask everybody, make a make a grit check for, this is just to perceive things. So you would all be like not necessarily in your mechs at this point.
Is it to
Tell me who
perceive
succeeds.
stuff?
Perceive stuff. So like sounds and things like that. So if you have a thing to give you like a trigger on that, you can play. Oops. You can add 2.
Sorry.
Elf.
I was wondering if I could use investigate, but it sounds more like perception.
It is. It's more of a perception thing.
Apply to that then.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give you spot.
11 for me then.
11. Did anybody succeed other than
I got a 12.
Yeah, 12. Okay.
I did.
Okay. So nobody else succeeded. Throughout your hour there, it's hard to it's hard for everybody else. One, Padre's like helping wounded, and at a certain point, like towards the end of your time there, the wounded from the tank unit comes in. They're worse by a bit. Like they're not like the infantry. They're flesh wounds, gunshots, things like that. Things that like modern future tech can medical tech can kind of deal with easily. These guys are in like armored vehicles that are getting hit with things meant to take out armored vehicles. Like quite a few of these guys are like burned or that kind of thing, and they've just been kind of like their seats have been reclined in the vehicles, and they're just like trying to get them here without moving them too much, and so like things are worse right before you're leaving. So you're just hearing that. You're hearing that. You're focusing on that. You don't get that. Demon, you're like talking, trying to gather information from these guys, what they dealt with, and Spanner, you're just worried about not dying. But Reaper and Oleg, you get a little bit of time during here to like just listen a little bit of what's going on around you, and you can definitely hear the sounds of battle and that kind of stuff, just in the general vicinity. Like, every so often, like the little rumble of an artillery shell hitting the ground not too far away, or the pitter patter of machine guns like in the distance, and like it reverberating off of the faces of buildings, so it echoes weirdly, that kind of thing. But the crescendo, but like the actual tempo of the fighting, you would actually, yeah, both of you are experienced. So actually, it's good that you both got here. You'd think change as the mission went on, as kind of like just in general, the evolution of the fighting would change and the tempo would shift. It's very steady. just a very steady tempo of fighting that doesn't change, doesn't slack off, doesn't increase or anything like that. It just generally, that's not to say like it's always in the same space and always the same area that's always fighting at the same degree, but it's like it doesn't peter out or get higher. It's like it's like things are constantly being engaged right now. And you would hear in a building across the street that's selling electronics, the power's still on, and you see I'm gonna say television, but it's definitely not something they would.
It's like a hard screen projector.
It's like a screen. They're selling projectors. They're selling upgraded screens, that kind of thing. But it's a news broadcast, a local news broadcast. But there's no sound. You just like see it on the other side of the street. Mm-hmm. And you see like a finely dressed man in front of like a nondescript background, and then you kind of figure it out. It's what must be the symbol of this government, and he's in front of he's behind a podium and he's speaking kind of animatedly.
Demon Reaper.
Copy.
Looks like the locals have got a little bit of politicking going on, and I like key him into my video feed so you can see what I'm looking at.
Do you get close, like enough to read the text, or are you still just sticking in like the little area?
Smart scope. I'm not getting close to that.
You're not crossing the street to like an area.
I pull up my smart scope and I use that to like show video feed to.
You see Oleg just standing there watching it and reading it.
like there's a random person. Oh,
Oleg.
Thankfully, this is a cleared section. There is a forward picket that is still out there, so you're not outside the picket. You're just like kind of nearby. But yeah, you would both be able to read it. It's Prime Minister addresses nation, and then it has like a little quote just going the monarchs of old shall not bring this evil back upon this world, and neither will we allow it to come. Kind of end quote. And kind of just like an active ticker of like news updates, and just Tandem Capital is currently under siege by monarchist royalists
Royal loyalists.
Loyalists to the monarchy. That works better.
Yeah, combining royal and loyal is a hard terminology to slip in there.
Yeah, no, I could see that being like a thing. Somebody in like a direction room of a news with it rhymes. Yeah, we need to go with that. But no, that's what you say.
Might have, from what I've been hearing and what I've seen across the buildings here, there hasn't been much in the way of progress. It seems they've sort of they're putting up a hell of a fight, if that wasn't already obvious. And it looks like they've got good reason to. Or at least they believe they have good reason to.
Ours is not the reason why.
Just to do or die.
Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Good quote.
Isn't that a quote on the Light Brigade?
It's interesting though, but it does give me, it does key us into what's going into their heads at least.
I'm sorry, but if someone tries to break into your house, what do? You
shoot them. You protect your home.
There you go.
We're invaders. I know that.
Invaders, yeah. This is burglary writ large. We're stealing land.
I'm sure the AMS guys upstairs would find some sort of politically aligning way to say that, but you're right.
But war is just politics by any other means.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems like they've figured out it's not that they figured it out. It seems like they're putting up enough of a fight to drag everything around us down to a grind. So keep an eye out for more.
So we take out the spaceport then?
Yeah.
We do our job. Do me a favor, keep an eye on Spanner.
Got it.
She's being more concerned what's going on around her than what's going on in front of her.
That's not uncommon.
No, but We need to keep her focused.
Got it.
If she asks, just say it's my job to keep an eye on the big picture. She keeps an eye on what's in front of her so that no one else dies on our team.
Mm-hmm. Well, no one's died on our team
Yet. All right, let's get ourselves ready to roll.
Technically, by extension, because you have another member of your team that was with another team, their team's dead. So-
Well, their team is as dead as we know. We don't know how many of their team is dead or alive.
Yeah, it's
but,
true,
you know.
true. It's true. Yeah, so
I mean-
once you get... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was make the joke that from sheer numbers, our casualty ratio is actually in the negatives because we've added people to our team.
That's true, yeah. Our casualty ratio is a
It's a
+1.
negative 25%.
With that fucking Austrian army that gained people by invading Liechtenstein.
Yeah.
No,
was
it
it the
reversed. I think it was
Liechtenstein?
The other way,
Liechtenstein army.
yeah.
It was they invaded Austria or invading Italy, and they
They came back
got
with an Italian. Just like, well,
yeah. They came
I like
back with,
Liechtenstein.
some-
Do I
Yeah,
need to get the sign out?
yeah, probably.
Sorry.
Dice game.
That was in character. That was in character.
Hey, I was giving bloody quotes. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
You're
I'm glad it-
You're having a great time.
Yeah. So yeah, once you kind of get that and everything, you shuffle, like you're directed out. Like there's a traffic, not a traffic controller, but a guy who's directing the traffic of this little resupply point, like guiding you out so you don't like get in the way of anyone else coming in. And you can see the tanks roll in and like just get swarmed by mechanics just trying to get this out there, and everybody that piles out of them, like you don't see a clean person coming out of those tanks at all. Like everybody's got soot or dirt or something like that on them, or they got torn fatigues or something. Like they look like comparatively like you're pristine compared to like what these guys went through. But you are no longer tied down, and you are free to move forward as a team. So, how would you like to go about it? What's your plan? You
Standard hammer deployment. Reaper up front. We moving forward as a battle line with the supports in the middle.
okay? And which way do you want to approach from? The like wide open kind of more broad strokes area to deploy, or the limited but you have cover getting on the field?
Can we get to a high point near the spaceport?
Possibly. Without being spotted? Possibly.
Or at least get Reaper to a high point near the spaceport?
Possibly. If you would like to try that, you can.
Well, I'd like to see if we can scope the area out with a Mark 1 eyeball, as they say.
Yes.
I'll mark one.
Gotta eyeball it.
Okay, please go ahead and make an agility check for me, Reaper. Actually, everybody make an agility check, and we're just gonna average out this.
I have a accuracy for this because of Reaper's training.
Yes.
Yep, you do. Yep. Thank you for remembering that.
I mean, I also have Infiltrator, so that just applies to this whole thing, I suppose. But
Remember, triggers don't work in mech stuff.
oh, that's a mech thing.
worked that
That's a
out.
mech.
Oh, cool. Then yeah.
Infiltrator.
Oh, thank goodness. Just passed.
Just.
Yeah. I only got
I
10.
suck.
So 15, 15, 10, 7, 5. Well, the majority succeeded. I think even with the 5, your average is above a 10.
Well, I haven't actually rolled above a 10 all freaking day.
Well,
You
there's
can,
gonna
you
be
can
a
get
lot.
there. Don't worry.
Be a lot of rolls. Yeah. No, you go forward.
I believe the
and,
average is 11.
Nice.
Yeah.
we
I just eyeballed
threaded at 11.
it. Yeah, I just eyeballed it. With numbers like that, I can do that, even though I'm horrible with math. Yeah.
You have
so,
me, Roach.
I know.
We have the mathematician here.
It's true. So yeah, you go forward and you spot what looks to be some sort of like tall office building in like kind of forward, but it would, judging from kind of your like readout of the city and the local area, it should give you at least some visibility on the actual like area you need to, where your objective is. Obviously, if it functions as some sort of area that ships come and go from. It's not very close to that objective because kind of the airspace, the no tall buildings can be really close to it. Just like you don't really want to have an airport in the middle of like downtown, like, you know, tall buildings kind of city. So yeah, you're able to get up there without too much issue because you rolled above on because you rolled well on the agility check. So essentially, if you don't care about the building or the like structure, you can just like do a normal like grab and just pull yourself up, like actually climb on the side of the building, because unless you have some sort of
I have jump jets.
But they're not flying.
No,
right?
I don't have a flight system. I have jump jets.
It's a bit too tall to jump.
I can fly. I'm a pilot.
Spanner could go instead if you would like, but I'm just saying is that you would need to either manually climb, which I'll let you because everybody succeeded the agility check, but it's whoever you want to actually take in the actual information, because it is far enough, so there's probably going to be a check involved for systems to figure things out.
I'm not good at systems, but I do have spotting, but that won't apply in the mech. So
I am good at system.
yeah.
Okay, well, Spanner can fly, so you're able to get it, and like everybody's just kind of like keeping an eye out, and you're able to call out like a good like entry path and everything, and without being too overt, you're able to kind of like just hedge your flight in, so you just poke above and land instead of like gaining air above and, you know, horizoning yourself from the objective. And now you're on top of like a building, and you can see in the distance this little spaceport. Go ahead and make a systems check, and we'll see what you spot. This will affect what I reveal.
But
Okay. So from where you're at with that systems check, what you spot is... And ignore yourselves on the map, that's just there, so I had you ready from other. So this is like what you see right now with that check.
sorry, guys, I can't see much more than what Juliet showed.
Still looks like all of the emplacements are still there, so that is good news. We know that they are the ones that are there. Just need to not get blindsided by other mechs.
Okay.
So with this knowledge, because now you can also see approaches and you can kind of convey that spanner to everybody else through like your own camera feed. How do you want to go about this? Where do you want to come in at for this engagement?
Why don't I start from the building at the bottom?
Building from the bottom. Okay. Basically, what you'd have to deploy is just the right here is where you'd start the mission out at, and then but you have cover going in like from a lot of the map and stuff. So that's how you would go. So you've got that, and like I said, the other one is basically the entire left side of the map, but it's a lot of open territory on that side. So it's the trade-off.
Yeah, which is what I'm thinking. The building on the southern side, that big building there.
Okay.
Thoughts, comments, counter arguments?
No, I think you're right. Because if we spawn there, we could probably deploy, not spawn. If we deploy there, we can probably take out these pipe systems feeding the two dropships. Or
yeah, I can convey how you would do, like how you would disable these if you'd like, just so we can cover that now.
Please.
Yeah, we can cover that. So basically, the way that you can win here. Obviously, this is the stuff I had worked out previously. But if you have your own idea of how you're going to stop these ships, that's your own thing. But if you want to stop their coolant flow, which will either force them to leave immediately before they have proper cover or clearance into orbit, basically that's their two options. If you cloud off the coolant flow, they're already hot. They have to leave right then to get out, or they have to switch off the reactors because they can't run them without coolant. So it's either get in there where they can use their radiators or surrender. So those are that's what cutting off their coolant does. And you would attack all of these level 2 like things that look like pipes on the ground near them. There's 5 there. You would need to destroy 3 to essentially to disrupt the flow enough that it would be unusable. Or that includes
in the middle there.
No, the one in there also does. Essentially, think of these as the exposed portions of the like system. Like it's
No, it means if he drops a howitzer on the middle pipe there,
it'll hit all 3 of them because it's
it could. It could.
I have my jackhammer rounds that can instantly destroy cover.
Well, here's the thing. These don't have cover. These aren't cover. Just to point out, these are actually
terrain.
Are things that have. These are terrain that have. I know what you're saying here. I'm saying this is a mission specific thing. I'm explaining here. They have an evasion of 5 and they have an HP of 25.
So they don't.
how much?
So
how
they
much does a
don't.
howitzer round do?
2d6.
So
2d6.
for the things, these don't count as cover, deployable equipment, buildings, or terrain.
Not for what that, because that thing specifically says instantly destroy.
No, it's automatically deal at 10 AP kinetic damage.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
10 AP.
Oh, is that one?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, that does work. Yes, but you are still gonna have to roll to hit with these ones. But it's an evasion 5. I don't think it's not too unreasonable. Essentially, you're trying to hit very specific things to disable these points. That's how that's represented.
Right.
Okay, like it's a little different than shooting the sidewall wall or something like that. But yeah,
right.
they have that much HP, 25 HP total for each of these. You have to destroy 3 of them to go about that. The ships themselves, they have an evasion of 10, and that just represents the fact that they're tough, and they have 30 HP. There are 2 of them, and that's just a thing. If you want to destroy the ships, there are other ways of going about this if you want to be creative about stopping them, but those are the 2 that are like presented to you that you like in terms of mechanics. The ships have HP and evasion scores, so do the exposed pipes for the coolant systems. So that's how you go about that. And yeah, if 3 of them are destroyed out of the 5 that are represented there, then you've either forced them to surrender or you've forced them to leave before they were ready to leave, and that may or may not be a good thing. So
Roach, I have a question, but it's complicated.
it's a sci-fi game, so yeah.
Okay, so 2 points. My mech has both implements that work like hands, as well as a compcom. So in theory, if Caitlyn got out the mech would still run. She just needs to give it orders. So would that mean I had 2 turns in the initiative order?
No, it goes on your turn.
But I would do Caitlyn stuff, and then I would tell the mech to do stuff.
Yeah, but it's limited. Essentially, it would do something during its turn, but you have to order it, and I think that would be a quick action. So it'd be the equivalent of a quick action is what you could do it. So it could shoot at something, it could move at some, it can move when you tell it to move and everything, but it can also shoot when you tell it to shoot or do something. But it's limited because it's a smart program, but it's not a true artificial intelligence. This thing's just like,
Okay.
It's a drone system, essentially.
Second question. Is Caitlyn familiar with this type of dropship, so maybe she could identify any known weak points.
Roll a grit check for me. Because you have experience with ships, but yeah, roll a grit check.
Would Oleg, considering he is a specialist in breaching dropships, have any knowledge of a way to conveniently disable one of the ships in any way?
Both of you roll grit checks, and I will. We'll see.
This was literally his profession before he became a member of EMS.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I am rolling like shit.
I also rolled like shit.
Yeah, it's a big universe out there. There's a lot of classes of different ships. You can peg what these are and what they're meant for, but you can't, like, who's the manufacturer and all that is very, like, you're not sure off the top of your head. These are definitely like combat corvettes. These things are probably meant to like be with like a small like wolf pack that go and fight things, because they're a lot smaller than actual like full like ships of the line combat ships, but they're not like. But you have no idea. They're military ships too, which is a little different than what Caitlyn's experienced in more so. And with you, like you're more vested in like drop ships and things that are ferrying around people and working in that. And this would be too small for a ship that you would have normally dealt with just in general. You got to have a boarding team. You're dealing with something that's got to have like a good amount of heft to it in internal space. These are glorified fighter craft essentially at this point. Like there's probably like 8 crew in this whole ship, maybe like 2 bunks and a chemical toilet or something like equivalent. Like these aren't meant for like long-term use. Like, so that's kind of like, it doesn't really, you don't have a lot of experience transferred in there. So yeah, that's what you got. So, but you can disable the ships by killing them or pipes, or if you have a cool thing you can do at the time, we'll see what works. But that's what you see from where you're at, and you're entering at the bottom. So I'm just gonna put yourselves there how you want to deploy, where you want to go. In, I guess, like basically just who's where, but yeah.
All right, so we want Padre and Spanner to alternate shots at the 3 cooling lines nearest to the water. Try and take them out as quickly as we can.
Well, if I'm in 15, I don't need to fire the howitzer, so I'll fire the mortar.
Do what you like.
Because then I won't need to waste a turn reloading. I should just be able to mortar, then jackhammer. Because I can do a skirmish with the mortar and then a quick action with the jackhammer. Just be throwing damage at those.
Throwing haymakers.
The sooner we can get them out, then that effectively takes the ships out of the equation. Meanwhile, us 3 will engage the tank that's closest to us and anything that happens to jump into range.
So you want us on the cooling?
We want you on the cooling. Take that out. One of 2 things could happen. 1, the ships could pull out as they try to escape and get themselves cooled off, which removes the reason for the enemy staying here.
Fair.
Or B, the ships decide to shut down. If they do shut down, fine, we have to continue to fight, but in the day, lots of intel.
And a mostly intact space station. Doesn't hurt. No.
Basically. I mean, we've all destroyed 3 of the cooling pumps, but
Better
effectively everything else is in. Yeah. So we just.
This is all like, this whole complex is a part of this.
Yeah.
Like this is a space. This is not a main spaceport, but it is a spaceport. So
it's easier to land an invading army at a spaceport rather than at a field.
The fields. Yeah.
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 That's why you can do invasion landings at beaches, but if you can capture a port, it's a hell of a lot easier getting things into the battle zone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely. By the way, Ursa, you're 1 too far forward. It is literally the first row of hexes.
Can it be the ones the corners here?
Yeah, it can be the ones in the corners. It's just that building is kind of the limitation.
There, then.
Okay.
That was the trade-off. Is you had more limited deployment, but you were
Yeah.
closer and you had a little bit of cover. So that's the trade-off. Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna reveal some things right now that you would see at the start.
There's a hummingbird there. There's that breacher. There's the Burbank.
And hold on a second. And you would also see them. Yeah, you would see them.
Oh, there's a spotter there.
What's that thing spotting for?
Probably
Who
the
knows?
artillery.
That is it may look close to the RPG, but that is an actual mech. That's a Lancer.
And there's another one over here. I assume the TR Grunt.
Yeah, that's a full mech as well.
Right.
Technically, the RPG can just be it. Literally, they can just be an RPG could just be an Everest.
Right.
But I'm trying. Yeah, that distinct.
May stand out a little bit.
Indeed.
Right. Well, we have a target-rich environment, people.
I was gonna say,
Dude,
does anyone get the distinct theory that we are outnumbered and outgunned?
A little bit. A little bit.
You are an invading. You are a small like surgical force sent in to do one thing in this operation, like primarily, and yeah, and it's just things going a little tits up. So
Things have gone a bit pear-shaped, if you would.
yeah.
All right, change of plan. Spanner, focus the cooling towers.
Understood.
Padre, there's a mech to our left. Hummingbird.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce it to heavy firepower, will you?
Okay.
So we're gonna start the combat right now. Round 1, and that is something you can all decide who goes first in this.
Me first.
How much damage does the howitzer do?
2d6.
2d6.
I think it's actually better that I still focus those things because I can do a flat 10 if I hit them.
And they're 25, right?
25
25.
if you hit them, but it's
And-
really low, like to hit roll. So
Yeah, I can try to, and that's a quick action, so that's one of 2 of my shots that I can do every turn. Because they're then both not reload weapons. That's 2 quick actions. I could go howitzer, not howitzer, mortar that's on the wrist mounts. Well, mortar, then fire the jackhammer round. There's 2 different things. So I'd have the chance of doing 10 plus, what is it, 1d6?
10 guaranteed.
10 guaranteed plus 1d6 plus 1.
So
So
maximum
12
of-
to 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 to 17 damage.
If we're
you
lucky,
get-
we can get it done in
2 turns.
1 round.
Each
Well,
one
you hit.
with
That's a
per one.
singular target that you can do that
Each
on.
one.
So it'd be
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so Midge is 1 at a time, but I'm the one with the splash.
I mean, I've
Well,
got
I
a
think that's
big,
what
I
he
have
meant.
got a big splash as well,
Yeah.
but yeah. But the thing is, it's
I
like
think what
I'll
he
be
meant is
doing
you
that
would still
every.
both focus.
Well, no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying in the fact that Spanner firing at them will be every other turn doing 2d6, whereas I will be doing if I hit, guaranteed 12 to 17 damage every turn.
Yes.
As a note,
And while you're doing that, you could also be doing that every turn to that hummingbird. on
No,
the
because
flank.
jackhammer can only be on buildings. It can't be
No,
on.
I'm not arguing
on
that. My
thing.
point is, you will be doing hits every turn to that hummingbird,
Okay.
rather than
as a note,
doing-
because this is significant, the mortar is also burst 1, so it could be hitting 2 of these cooling tanks every
Yeah.
shot.
I'm aware of that.
It's amongst yourselves.
Either way,
I'd say
you two decide which one you want to do then. If you want,
Rival is the
Try and take
RP
them.
commander, but not the commander of the group.
No, exactly.
That is the awkwardness of we as players have the agency to make our own decisions, even though
Yeah.
we are a unit that is supposed to be taking orders.
Yeah. So yeah, don't think like Rival has a full handle.
No,
control.
I don't. That's my point.
So I'm just saying I will be doing more. I will be outputting more on. I output more on buildings than I do mechs, I think.
Oh, Garrett, actually, yes, that is empirical. Because
Yes.
Sledgehammer round does a flat 10 no matter
The
what.
motor is
so.
also burst 1, so you can hit 2 of these at the same time. With
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
The Sledgehammer, though,
doing-
is a single target. So,
yeah,
it
so
would
you're
be
doing at least you're doing 10 damage
12 to 17
guaranteed
to 1.
and then you're
and
also
then
doing
2 to 7.
a 2 to 7 damage to a different one.
Red, do you have any kind of other weapon except for your howitzer?
I've got my rifle, but it's not got the range.
No, it's
I can
not-
basically cover things.
That's fine.
Same with Midge. You've only, or same with Padres. He's got a heavy assault rifle and just a mortar and a howitzer.
No,
So
yeah,
you've
but
got
now
two.
assault rifle, mortar, howitzer. Howitzer is one every other turn. Mortar is every turn if I want it to be. It's not loading.
I would point out, I'm just going to put this out here. Remember your like things you took as your on your mech, things like shields and turret drones and things like that, or mines that mines are a little bit more limited, or grenades, that kind of thing. You've got a lot of tactical things you haven't been using, saving up. So your turret drone might not necessarily be a bad idea on the top of that building, or on like the corner of that building where it's got line of sight to a shitload of area on the map or something like that.
If I'm doing turret zones, I'm not firing. So
I'm pointing it out that that's an option. But who wants to go first for this round? And we'll start.
Reaper has 3 targets. He has that Taniel tank, which we know is a nightmare, that Burbank, which has a machine gun on it, and the spotter, which we know nothing about.
We take the tank. It's the closest range.
Tank. Yeah, I'm thinking I go for the tank, and I focus hard and heavy on that thing.
If you go after the tank, that's going to severely limit Reaper or Demon and Eye's options to attack things.
range reasons.
Good.
I think we should open up with the people who need to move first.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
To be in range of things.
All right, so if me and Ursa go up and deal with that tank, then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's probably best that the 2 people who need to be up close go first.
I should have said this before. The tanks on the top of the buildings, there doesn't seem to be any ramps or anything to get off the buildings. They're
So
there.
they're stuck there. Right.
So they're stuck there, yeah.
Does that apply to the mage as well?
The mage is a hover tank.
Ah, okay.
So
Know that, but okay. Now I know.
yeah, sorry, I don't know if it it looks pretty close, but yeah, it's a hover tank.
Oh yeah, when you zoom in on it, you can kind of tell there's no tracks, no treads.
I get it. It's pretty close. So who wants to go first?
Demon, do you want to go first, or shall Ursa take the reckless first charge here?
Oh, Ursa's really good at the reckless first charge.
He is. Love it. All right, then we're gonna go full balls to the wall here. At the start of Oleg's turn, he's going to activate his hyperspec fuel injector as a protocol.
Cool. So just +1 accuracy, all attacks, checks, and saves.
And he gets to take a free boost action every single turn.
Yep.
Oleg is going to move 1 to here, 3 more to here. He's going to boost to literally just land behind this thing, and he is going to full barrage shotgun at it.
Cool.
He gets +1 accuracy, but he's engaged with it, so that is basically just a +1 to hit. I missed my first attack. It's fine.
Well, it would have been a +2 accuracy, because that still matters, and whoever.
I'm engaged with it, so I have a difficulty
Oh, right.
because it is that. But we'll also swing with a. I do hit it for 5.
Cool. Okay. Yep. You hit it for 5.
That is Oleg's turn. As he basically just shoots down to this thing, and plunges down to the top of it with a melee weapon. And he's just gonna basically sit there and land in that soft cover. I do benefit from the soft cover while being inside of it, right?
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
it's soft cover.
Yeah, it's just the 1 penalty, but that's what he's going for.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, technically, I'm engaged with the tank, so I automatically have soft cover, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's a little mute, but yeah, I get what you mean. Cool. Okay, so that happens. What we're gonna do is,
And I have given pretty much everything a good target to shoot at to start us off.
Yeah. Okay, what's going to happen is we're going to have you go. It is going
Oh,
to target.
and before I forget, sorry, because I gotta remember to do this. He will exemplars challenge that, so he can re-roll a missed attack roll against that tank.
Okay, cool. You get a, well, we're going to see if this hits, but Ursa, you... Cool. Yeah, you get like you get like a message from your from the voice in your Mac, just go is like lock on, like warning you.
So there's probably a brief moment where you just hear a sigh and are like going, "Guys, the red lights are back. This again."
So what this means is you've been hit by a marker rifle, so you receive a lock on, and you're shredded and not hide.
Okay.
For as long as you're marked, and he's gonna do that, and then speed, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the end of his turn. Who wants to go next?
I might as well go next.
If that's what you would like to do.
Soft cover there.
Up. Yep.
Targeting that big tank.
Cool. Just so you know, Ursa, shredded means you do not benefit from armor or resistance.
Okay. Might be a shame if I had any. Might be a shame if I had any of those things.
It's a side thing. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going, Demon.
All right, firing my shotgun.
Q. All right, a tank blows up.
Told you, Ursa.
That's what we needed.
Yeah, they're not super. Funny enough, they're not super tanky. They're just dangerous when they shoot.
Reaper, take that Burbank.
Own it.
And you got the rest of your turn, Demon. Is that it for your turn?
I will move back to this building. No. This building that Ursa's standing on is 1, right?
It's a 1, yeah. So right now you wouldn't have cover, but there anybody shooting from across it you're in cover from that, I'll say. So okay.
Cool, that's me.
Cool. All right, now it's the enemy's turn.
Puppy!
Hey, Butch.
With a waggly tail.
For everybody in the podcast format, Mikey's dog was in camera for a split second.
No, we don't tell people that. We just make them going, what the hell are they talking about? Puppies and waggling tails? Is this a new mech?
Yes.
Have they just brought a new enemy on the field?
Indeed.
Are they killing dogs?
No.
They brought a new enemy on the field and we're killing
that's
dogs.
one of the biggest sins in the Faith of the One. I'm sorry.
Absolutely, yeah. Can't do that.
Yeah. Yep, that makes sense with the backstory we've worked out for the 1. Okay, Mage is going to go as on their turn. So it's going to go ahead and, well, it's got a target and it's going to do something. So, yeah. going to go ahead and use Hound Missile.
All these things.
I told myself I was going to get like a missile token so I could put down this time, but I totally forgot again.
Did you also not get the token for the blank cover that's been destroyed?
No, I got those. I have those.
Okay.
They don't really work too well, but I've got them. So we can definitely do that. Yeah, I do not have a missile token, so I'm just gonna have to draw it again. Which sucks. Cool. And I'm just gonna go ahead and I figured out how to color things though, so it drops in and it's going to go ahead and move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It already has lock on. Oh my goodness, yes.
That's why I targeted. That's why I said it has one target. That makes sense. So that does that. That is, I'm pretty sure that's an action, or is that a quick action? Oh, it's only a quick action. Cool. Cool. And then it's going to use its actual its other quick action to shoot, and it's going to go ahead and fire at its target. Not going to consume the lock on, and you have soft cover. You still benefit from soft cover, even if you are marked with the marker rifle. It's unsatisfying that doesn't have an explosion noise to that effect. It's just the flying missile. Hit does 4 damage to you. And that's it for its turn. Who wants to go next?
Well,
Padre, Reaper, or Spanner?
Reaper, do you want to go?
I assume I can't shoot that missile with that line.
It's a size 1/2, so it has cover. As in, you cannot see it. It is a block line.
I assume it's behind. Well,
If it is making a beeline towards Ursa, would it be using the cover?
It is a smart missile. I would say it does have it does have a limit.
Okay.
It is an entity. That
This
can-
is a missile that literally drives down the street in a car, pulls up to your house, knocks on the door, and goes, "Bombergram!"
yeah.
Think of it like a little mini CompCon unit.
Well, I don't think I can see it because I think of that since that line is passing through the
Yeah, line of sight as well.
ship,
Doesn't work.
the line of sight
Yeah.
doesn't apply, so I can't see it.
Yeah, not even just the that.
Then,
Yeah.
question: does lock-on ignore line of sight? because then-
it does.
Okay.
He didn't use lock on
Never
though.
mind.
It's just if the thing that it's shooting at has lock on applied, the missile goes faster. It doesn't say that it has to be his lock on or anything. Lock on's a universal trait.
So what I could do then is shoot this Burbank.
Yep, you have a line of sight to
would
that.
essentially be it from where I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and activate power up. So +1 accuracy on all attacks, checks, saves, and additionally. And I can additionally use boost as a free action.
Oh, the injector, the hyper
Yeah.
spec fuel injector or whatever it is. Yep.
Hyper spec fuel injector core. I've turned that
Cool.
on. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot at this Burbank with my anti-material rifle.
Cool,
So
cool.
that's an extra accuracy
Mhm.
from the effect. Six damage. Don't think that hit, did it? No, because it wasn't an animation.
Yeah, no, it did not hit. You weren't targeting it either.
Oh,
Is that why the animation didn't click? But actually, no, it did hit.
so
It did hit because you get 4 damage. Make sure you're targeting. IFE. Cool. 4 damage. All right.
Then I'm going to. I can move up to 8.
Yep, because you have a free boost, so you just put them together.
Where do I think I'd be the most useful? There's a lot of cover is the big problem here.
I would point out, just because I know that the sizing can be a little issue, this little center bit on this building you're currently standing on is a level 1, so that adds on to the level 1 it's on top of.
So that's a 2.
So
on top of that,
it's a level 2 total. So the only thing that would block you is 3s on the map that are on ground level.
So I wouldn't
And
be able
just
to see past any of these. Basically, I wouldn't be able to see past these 2.
yeah, the ships will still block you, and these like buildings on the side here. The other 3s would, but they're pretty broad. And also technically this level 2 on a level 1. But yeah, because nothing could be easy.
The only easy day was yesterday.
Yeah, but it would also mean you're not blocked by the level 1s on the corners either or anything, because you're kind of.
There's no cover up there is the thing. So I can't see hidden.
I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking then is, I assume I can't move through this cover here at the bottom, the smoke clouds.
No. Well, I mean, in the same sense that you can move through any of these like buildings, it would count the number of hexes, because technically it's a level 3 obstruction. So just think of it like that's like an exhaust area for like Steam or something like that. So think of it like it's difficult or something.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is going to move to there.
Okay.
Because these 2 are essentially unchecked over here, the hummingbird and the grunt breacher. I could then use the missile rack, but do I want to use it?
Just as a quick question to the other pilots around while Mikey does this. Can I move and use 2 quick actions?
Yeah, moving is free. You can do that every turn.
Movement is its own thing that does not affect actions. That's
Cool.
So,
unless something else does it, like Mikey's ordnance. Like, ordnance can't be fired after you move. It has to be done before you move.
Same with my howitzer, but it's cool. It means
Yep.
I'll move this turn.
so I'm going to go ahead then and put the missile rack into this hummingbird.
Okay, you can do that because you're using the building as cover, so it doesn't block your line of sight, and you're above everything else. So that totally works.
I got an extra accuracy
Mm-hmm.
because of the thingamajig.
Yep, because you're in your fuel injector.
Pew! 2 damage.
Cool.
That's it. It's my turn. Wasn't as effective as I had hoped. Didn't do as much damage as I wanted.
Everything's, it all builds up. What was that, 2?
Yeah, it was 4 to the bird.
Yeah, no, I got the other one.
2
I just,
to the hummingbird.
yeah, that was the one thing I hadn't added to my, track HP sheet. Okay, cool. So that's the end of yours, Reaper. Okay, and now we will go. I'm gonna go ahead and Breacher's gonna go. He's gonna use He's gonna boost, cover that building. Boost is a quick action, or is that a full action? I think boost
Quick.
is a full action. Quick? Okay, so it's shot. Okay, cool. He just does that.
Okay, Midge, do you want me to go?
Up to you, friend. I feel like our
Okay,
actions
I'll
are going to
go
be very.
next.
I think ours are going to be very similar. So
I think so. Demon, confirm target.
Target confirmed. 2 mechs, 1 hummingbird, 1 grunt.
Target hummingbird.
Target
Is hit.
hummingbird.
Hummingbird is damaged. Focus on weak target.
Okay.
So I'm targeting the hummingbird.
Yep.
Target the hummingbird. Sorry, you can hear the good boy's tail hitting the floor.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna.
Just go ahead.
I've got line of sight on that, haven't I, Roach?
Yep.
Because I'm on what? Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I'm gonna activate my protocol as well, just because it seems like what all the cool kids are doing.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. Everybody's doing NOS nowadays.
It's the cool kids drug, you know.
Was this Fast and Furious 2?
Maybe. Fast and Furious mech builder.
Fast and Furious Rubicon Drift. So it is.
Oh, I want
Sorry.
that. I want that Pfizer Rubicon. I want that so hard.
I'm sorry. Keep going. I don't want to derail. You weren't targeting for that, but you do hit.
Do your
I will target for their next.
your auxiliary stuff.
No,
There you go. Now you're
I'm
fine.
not throwing the howitzer at it.
Oh, the auxiliary guns.
No, she moved, so she can't use the howitzer.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And that's it.
No, I've got the pistols to roll.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, the little boys.
Miss and a 6. Well, actually, you have advantage. Oh, yeah, you used advantage to run on that. Yep. Or accuracy on that.
Crit. Nice.
Yeah, that was a crit with a 20.
maximum
And
damage.
that's. And didn't you? You did max. That's good.
Very good.
Okay,
Taking a couple
that's
of
my
shots.
turn.
Okay. Yeah. Fire death. I'm gonna say it's like some sort of like limited lifetime like smart nanites or something you're slinging out. Makes the most sense for like it's called a nexus, so maybe it's just like a tiny like micro printer or something firing out like a glob.
It is
Just a slingshot with the.
it's nebulous. Like it could
Yeah.
be light energy that tracks a heat source for all we fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll leave that up to you, but in my mind, it's like a little nanite, like glob you're throwing at something and just eats away at the armor a little bit as it goes, and then they die out because it's like a super limited time. Like they only get like 4 iterations before they die out or something. And that's the end of that. Okay. They're gonna go. Somebody that you didn't see before. I don't think they're gonna move.
Oh no.
What, did you just see it, Midge? You just saw it with what its name was?
Rainmaker.
It's gonna go ahead and use a quick action, and it's gonna fire javelin rockets. Seen these before, but this is much more effective. It's kind of built for it. It's going to use its those are affected by its endless rain feature. So instead of 3 of those being placed down on the battlefield, it'll be 6. And differentiate these because I know somebody's got confused. Probably me. So we're just going to go. It's putting down 6 within. Is it range within it? Yeah. These. One. Make these and put them where I need to. Okay. And then it's going to shoot. At its target. Yeah. It's going to fire its missile pods at Ursa. I don't think it has any other modifiers on what it is. Actually, this one is target. This one is a actual pilot, so they would know better. It's going to target. Got 20. It's also going to target. And I need to check the distance on this. Okay. It's going to target both Ursa and Demon with this because it can target up to 3. With it, Ursa still gets the benefit of soft cover, and Demon gets the benefit. Well, actually, Demon wouldn't get the benefit of that because it's arcing. You wouldn't have cover against this. Actually, no. Ursa wouldn't have soft cover either. Because these are just arcing weapons. Well, it's an arcing weapon, so it's just like it's not shooting through anything. I don't know what it is.
I mean, I am standing in cover.
Yeah, it's true. You still get soft cover. I think you'd still benefit from that. But I'm pretty sure arcing gets rid of. It's just hard cover. I think it gets rid of. That's gonna bother the shit out of me. Arcing. Arcing.
They can be made regardless of line of sight, but they still respect cover.
That is true. Cool. And Demon gets hard cover. Cool. Okay, and it's gonna roll.
Nope.
Misses on both. Okay, yeah, you see from from your vantage point now, you see something you didn't see before, kind of like reveals itself, stands at full, and just fires a whole bunch of rockets you've seen before. These little mini long loiter time rockets into the high above, and those are gonna come back down if need be, and essentially, just to reiterate, those blue areas, if you go into one of those hexes, immediately you get shot with a rocket. They're essentially the equivalent of a mine or something like that. That's what happens. And that's the end of its turn.
We still take 2 damage each though, don't we? Because it's reliable.
Oh, is it reliable? It is reliable. Yeah, you both take 2 damage still. All right, Padre.
Okay, I am going to move one tile
turn.
to my left to give myself cover from the left, and then I am gonna quick action I think this time I'm gonna split targets. I'm gonna try and help out on the left a little bit. I'm gonna go fire the mortar round at the hummingbird.
Okay.
Range 15. So target the hummingbird. Inaccurate. Boom. Hit and 2 damage.
2 damage.
And then I'm gonna I'm gonna one hand, like with the one mortar hand, fire that way, and then instantly pivot. And as it pivots, it kind of I shake the mortar so it loads in one of the jackhammer rounds, and I'm gonna fire at the cover over there.
Which cover?
I'm gonna start closest and work my way up. I can't
Which one
actually
are you shooting
target.
at?
So,
Oh, you're talking the pumps?
Yeah.
Is the jackhammer round an arced
it's
arc
being
shot or anything?
It's being fired from my mortar, so
Oh, let me read
which is arcing.
That's a very good question.
that. It's innocuous. It's innocuous.
Does it take on the properties of the cannon it is being fired from? Is the $100 question there?
Yeah, that is a good question. Technically, it's like it's thought of being like something like underneath an assault rifle or something that you're shooting.
That's
at.
a grenade launcher. Which, if you want to argue, a grenade launcher could be designated as a mortar.
Could
All you
arc.
have to do is just arc it up in the air.
Yeah.
I'll let you. I'll say it has arc, and you apply the thing to it, and that works out.
Because according to the reading, it just says as a quick action, you fire it, dealing the damage to any size one section of any object within range.
Yeah, there's no like to hit either norm with it, but because this is something different.
Yeah, you still gotta roll. Yeah.
So is this a D20 or is this within accuracy because arcing?
Arcing doesn't oppose inaccuracy.
No,
Inaccurate
but
opposes.
the mortar does. Is what I'm saying. So how are we doing this?
You're really stretching what this thing's supposed to be able to do.
Well, to be fair, it's
I've
not
already
supposed to
agreed
have
to
to
it.
attack at all.
Yeah, this is the thing.
it's
So
true. Yeah, that's what I mean. Go ahead and roll a d20. Just roll a flat d20 for the attack because that's what attacks are anyways normally.
10.
You hit. Yep, because it's a 5. That was number 1, and you do flat 10 damage.
Yep.
Cool.
And
I'm keeping track. Basically, it's 1 through 5, and I'm going clockwise on that. So
one final thing with the jackhammer round.
yes, Midge. What?
So it also applies knockback. Is there a chance this could disconnect from the plane? From the
No.
No, that's
Hard
kind of
no!
pushing things.
Hard no!
That's pushing things a little bit
No.
far.
The GM has to know when to say no. I appreciate it. I appreciate
You know what though?
it.
You know what though? We'll give him an A+ for creativity.
I like the moxie.
If I crit it, can it disconnect? Next
No.
time. Oh. Okay,
Because it
that's my
needs to
turn.
be able to make an agility check, and it can't. It's an inanimate object.
Exactly. This is.
It automatically
To be fair,
fails.
it says any character adjacent to it. I don't know if the ship counts as a character.
Yeah, it's at the end of your fucking turn.
I just said that.
Okay. Wow. I love you guys.
We're not sure sometimes.
Cool. Okay. Burbank's gonna go. Burbank's gonna go. It's gonna use its incredibly limited movement to go 3 squares that way, and it has no other choice really but to target Ursa again.
Shit.
I
love
the
it.
only one that is visible to
I did my job. I took all the fire.
That is true. The problem with this is because it has the auto targeting feature, you have absolutely 0 cover against it. So that's just how it works. Okay, Burbank is gonna fire. That's the one redeeming thing
Fine.
the Burbank has.
I already know what I want to do at the start of my next turn, so.
And it's just gonna do a flat roll. 6 damage.
Yep,
Flat.
sure.
Sure, you're marking that down.
Oh, I'm marking it. Don't worry.
Okay. So I'm getting a little passive aggressive like thing right here. This is okay. And that's the end of its turn. None of you have turns left, so this is free for all here. Not free for all. That's the wrong word for that. So we're gonna go ahead. Hummingbird's gonna get a turn. Hummingbird is going to go ahead. It's got a speed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna target Spanner.
But I'm so cute in my orange mech.
I'm making the thing here is that Reaper technically is hidden right now, aren't you? Because you're in cover and you fire, or is it? Or do you have to do it at the beginning?
I'm not hidden because I fired after I moved.
Right. Okay. The difference between that is I'm trying to reason because of like angles here that technically doesn't exist, but you would be more visible than Reaper would be because you're further away because Reaper's further away from the edge. So that's my limited justification for this.
One step closer to the edge, and we're
yeah.
Okay. Do I have soft cover because I'm
standing in soft cover? So yeah.
Yeah. I already had it applied to this roll, so don't worry.
I
still hit. That was, for some reason... No, the hummingbird did do that. Cool. Yeah, I did correctly do that.
It came from somewhere else across the map, but...
It was because I still had selected, but I was using the hummingbird's attack, so it just kind of... Yeah. It's the way that the animations go. It didn't matter. It was the same exact weapon anyways. But yeah, the light machine gun fires. You take 5 damage. That's it. And it's going to be its turn. We're gonna go ahead and and they're gonna have what's your movement, bud? Jeez. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you'd have line of sight. That. Mister, and you would be... 1, 2.
So are we ready to die next round?
I think we should be. We should give up on targeting mechs and just do our job and leave because there's no way we win this fight.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We just gotta like.
It's why I was like, so why did we immediately deviate from the plan of shooting the things and everybody shot at the mechs?
Hey, I was trying to get people to shoot at the things, and I got overruled.
Okay, Daniel Type 1 has no line of sight on
that right flank.
Has no mechs on no line of sight on anything because of the drop ships, so it wastes its turn just existing.
And I will stand on this building and just exist.
Hey, the crew's probably really happy because all they heard over their net was just like they're and it's like explosion is it from the other tank in the perimeter. Just like well shit. Yeah. I need just somebody to roll a d20 for me. Actually,
I don't feel confident anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Red. I want you to roll.
Sorry.
I called it out, Spanner. You got it. Cool.
9. Yes.
Okay. You just dictated where this is coming in at.
9 o'clock.
You're not wrong. Well, I mean, I had assigned a number range to every area of the map, but yeah. And this is his activation. And you actually, funny enough, get to see them as soon as they enter, which was kind of cool.
Oh, we got a blackjack. I immediately call that in over comms. Hammer Group, we got blackjack. We got a blackjack on the left flank coming down between the tier 3 buildings.
Is that one of our call signs or not?
No.
No, that's an enemy.
No. If you have the video feed, Demon recognizes the description he was given, and it fits pretty close. It is a tall, bipedal mech that is wearing something to obscure its silhouette, and you all recognize it to be a Raleigh.
Raleigh Mech. Confirmed Raleigh Mech sighting.
So,
What is it with us calling bosses Blackjack for the first series of encounters, eh?
I'm gonna be honest. He's had his name. I realized that last night when I was thinking about it because I just played Monday's game. I've written him in months ago, and I had not thought of that at all. So this was purely that. But no, descriptor. You see a Raleigh that is pretty nondescript, basic coloring, but it does have the markings of a nation you don't recognize in one shoulder, and on the other shoulder you see an ace and a king, like as a pair of cards, like on its other shoulder. And it's coming forward real quick, and it's got a very sharp bayonet at the end of what it's carrying. And that's it. Its
This
first
guy's
action
closing.
is to come.
Be ready.
Yeah. And here's the other little ticker thing that comes up here. His first action was come on the field. He has a second activation. So, gonna go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's been so long since I wrote him. I had to actually double check what he has. Yeah, cool. And then with his other action, or with his, he's not going to boost. He's going to go ahead and fire at Spanner. Because you're right there.
Fine.
Sorry. I feel bad.
Don't.
You're right. I don't feel that bad. And unfortunately, he has auto-targeting as well, so you don't get the soft cover. Sorry. I told you it was meant to be a hard fight. Crit 21, take 6 damage. Yeah, I think you get a message, Spanner, over like your comms. Very Gundam-esque. Just the other pilot is just transmitting to you, and you just hear like kind of a. I was gonna go really stereotypical, but he's not really gruff. He's just kind of a normal guy on the other side there. He's going, caught up to you. And there's no video feed or anything. It's just audio. And that's the end of his turn.
All right. Can I go first? Because I'm just going to be artillery at those calling pipes.
If I don't move, I have 4 hit points. I'm going to die.
You move first then, because that missile's coming straight for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
top of the round.
You could.
Nice.
You could use the missile blowing up to destroy those cooling pipes.
I mean, that is a plan that I could do. It would test
all we're
structure,
interested in is getting rid
and I'd
of those
be-
pipes as fast as possible.
basically dead on the next round. But I could absolutely do some crazy shit like that.
You wanted to be the bullet sponge, so you put yourself in the best position to be that. So you did your job.
I thought I would not be targeted by as much stuff because I felt that I had pretty solid cover, but apparently everything can just shoot over the tier 3s. That's fine. Oleg is going to free action boost because he is still using his hyperspec stuff. You know what?
To be
Fuck
fair,
it.
you didn't get shot at by anything through a tier 3 thing. The only thing you did was the missile launcher. Everything else was a pretty straight shot. Or another arc.
Technically speaking, this guy couldn't see me because of the tier 2 building, and this guy couldn't for the tier 3. Arcing saved everything there. But yes.
Yeah.
Oleg is going to jump to here as a free action. As a... Fuck, do I do the stupid thing and just let these things target me? You know what? Fuck it. We're going to do that. We're just going to put Oleg there. We're going to move to here. And we are going to take a... he is going to swing at this cooling thing to the north of him with the full barrage.
Full barrage, cool. Again, it's just a 5 to hit, and then you apply damage. That's the pipe 2. Cool. So go ahead. Let's see what we got.
Sorry, that should be in a wow. Okay, it hits regardless. I forgot that I have an extra accuracy because I'm currently hyperspect. Cool. And we'll take a melee swing too. All right.
Cool. So 8
we were
total.
told how much hit points these things have, right?
25.
25. It's taken 8.
It's at 17.
It is. I'm going to overcharge.
And just so you know, number 1, the one right below you, is at 15.
Yep. I'm going to overcharge.
Oh,
Take one heat.
So you're taking heat. Oh, we're doing
And
this.
I'm going to take another melee swing at it.
Cool. Remember, you have
For 8 more.
Ooh, yeah. So that one's down to 11. Or no, 8.
That is
He's down to
9.
9. Yeah.
That is Oleg's turn. If this thing wants to send its missile at me, bring it the fuck on.
You actually
move
saved
again?
yourself. Yeah, you didn't use your. Well, no. What's your movement? 4.
I moved into difficult terrain. I assumed that was a half speed because the water.
Yes, it was. So yes, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. Yeah, and the 2 were there. Yeah. So yeah, you exactly moved what you needed to. Funny enough, you actually saved yourself because the next turn, if you hadn't moved, you were exactly within 6 to get hit. Now, because of terrain wise, because it still can't. It's not technically flying. It has to move.
I can't reach me one or the other. Yeah. Okay.
It cannot reach you. You saved yourself.
No, that was my original plan. But I'm like, no, let's bring this thing in. Let's make this thing target me. But I didn't want to clear luck on because then it wouldn't be able to move far enough. So now it's fine.
Yep. Cool. All right. So that's the end of Ursa's turn. So now we go to the top. Top.
I said all that and then I didn't heal. So I'm still gonna die. It's fine.
You're gonna go down 1.
Yeah, I mean, I could roll a 1 on that structure and just explode.
Yeah.
That is the thing that could happen.
Then we're just gonna see Ursa just go like, "What's happening?" and just be ejected into the sky. Like,
Ursa won't be the only one.
Oh shit! Right, I was like, what? I forgot to do something on my turn. I did want to set one more thing at the start of my turn. It doesn't change anything. I wanted to set a protocol on this guy from when I can still see him, and he is going to activate his Type 3 projected energy shield. So all attacks towards him or from him towards me is at a +2 difficulty.
Oh, so the Rainmaker is a -2. Is it a
To hit me, yes.
-2 or 2 difficulty?
2 difficulty to hit me.
Cool. 2 difficulty. Got it. Okay, I'll remember that. Just remind me. Keep me honest on that. If you can. But that only applies to a single, right? That just applies to him, or just in a direction?
It's just the Rainmaker attacking me. That's it.
Cool. All right. What we're gonna do is.
And I do take an extra heat from that. I need to also keep myself honest about that.
Just. Got so much shit going on right now. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do breach of 3. Go. 2, 3. Cool. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna boost to... there, but he has no ability to. Oh no! Actually, boost is a quick action. I keep forgetting it's not a full action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's gonna use a quick action to fire a gun, and he's gonna fire at Reaper. You see the up close. You see this guy's got a. I guess the descriptor I could put is the fact that think of it like a mech version of like a side-by-side shotgun.
Ah, it's a double barrel.
It's a double barrel because technically the weapon is called a dual shotgun, but it doesn't really. It's
a sci-fi version where like it has 8 barrels and they rotate.
Yeah. Cool.
No, it's a single barrel, but the barrel replaces after every shot.
However convoluted you want to make this shotgun in your head, that's how convoluted it is.
It's sci-fi. It can be as convoluted as you want, and it still works.
To reload, he replaces the lower body of the shotgun, but the barrels stay the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's gonna fire. He makes 2 attacks, and both of them are separate on you. So he's just gonna the first one on Reaper.
Ow.
He hits, and his second attack.
I am down a structure.
Okay, you take a structure point, or you lose a structure point. You go back up to full health afterwards.
Yeah, that's exactly. That was exactly enough. Those 2 saves.
Oh,
You
because I was
roll
gonna
a
say
d6.
it doesn't actually matter if you take more than what you have, and it doesn't keep going. Like when you
Yes, it
lose a
does.
structure, it does.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
exactly enough.
you start subtracting hit points from the next hit point pool.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I misread that.
So you can take 40 hit points
That's
of damage in your first one. You still only lose your maximum amount of HP plus 1 structure.
what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. It doesn't keep going afterwards. It's just like yeah. Cool. It's not like a polymorph or something like that where you
The damage
lose
continues through.
It says here, when it reaches 0, it takes 1 structure, makes a structure damage check, and resets the state speed to full. Next, it takes any excess damage beyond what was required to reach 0 HP.
Yeah, you do. It does transfer over.
Well, it doesn't matter as
enough.
exact.
So I'm.
Doesn't matter for you, but you still have to make that structure check.
Yeah. So it's a
Yep,
D6, isn't it?
check.
Yep. Do not roll a 1.
Is there a macro on it? There is.
Mm-hmm.
Token has HP remaining. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, you have to keep the track of that.
Oh, I have to make sure that's still at 4 because it's telling me. Roll 1d6. Trauma system.
Okay, I'm just looking that up. Trauma system. Hey, it's the first time we've had this.
On a 1 to 3, all weapons on one mount of your choice are destroyed. On a 4 to 6, a system of your choice is destroyed. Limited systems and weapons that are out of charges are not valid choices. There is no valid choices remaining. It becomes the other result. If no valid systems or weapons remaining, the result instead becomes a direct hit.
So I believe you click destroy there to roll it again.
All of your weapons on one mount are gone. So I can
you get
lose
to
my
pick-
anti-material rifle. I could lose a segmented knife, a missile racket, or a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in this situation, the anti-material rifle is the most unhelpful.
To be fair, what would happen is it's the anti-material rifle, or the shotgun, or the knife and missile rack.
Yeah.
Because it's one mount. So that's
Yeah,
how
so
it
basically
goes.
I lose the heavy mount, I lose the main weapon mount, or I lose the flex mount.
Yes.
And in this instance, I think losing the heavy mount makes the most sense because I fired it. I won't really have the opportunity to reload it. So
Okay. Just
Yeah.
make sure you click. There's a little like 3-bar thing on the anti-material rifle.
destroyed.
Yep. Just so you can keep track of that. So but essentially, like. I get like you think like basically you just put the anti-material rifle up to take a shot and it just goes through a barrel or something like
Yeah.
you
Gets
just go
torn.
on.
He probably put it away and like the guy came up beside him, put 2 shells into his back or something like that, blew the rifle off.
Little blade of armar.
Yeah.
kinda
So
going
he's
through.
immediately like flipped the comms and told them direct hit, structure damage.
Yeah, there's a little bitching Betty in your ear, it's just going danger, and just
Yeah.
going through. Cool. That's the end of Breacher's turn. Who wants to go on your guys' side?
Can I? Right.
By the way,
So
and Oleg would be screaming, "Just destroy them! Don't worry about me!"
okay. So free action boost. Can I do that before I fire my howitzer, given that it's a free action?
ordinance states it has to be the first thing you do on your turn after protocols.
Right. Okay, so howitzer first, that is fine. So I am going to point my howitzer at the one at the top, Roach, because I see Oleg there.
Okay. I would point it. You can get it into an area where you just hit the pipes and the dropship, and you would hit the 2 that have already been damaged if you would like. There's a way of doing that because it's a burst 2. So.
Okay. Can I hit there? Would that hit Oleg?
Let me go ahead. It's burst 2, correct? I'm not misremembering that.
Yes.
No, it's burst 2.
Burst 2, cool. That'll be 1.
You can hit all 3 of them, but you would hit Oleg too.
Yeah, so I would say you can get it in a situation where you hit the lower Corvette and the 2 pipes without hitting Oleg, or you could hit all 3, but you would catch Oleg in there just barely. So you could hit the 2 pipes, and you would hit one of the dropships as well. Enough.
Because if you shot from right here, or is it? Hold on. So there's somewhere. Is there somewhere here you can target it and not hit? I don't know.
It's hard because this isn't necessarily built for. I'd say because of the way that I described the pool being kind of like a little lower on the ground, Oleg would have soft cover.
Do it! Do it! You do that. That's
Right,
2
I'm gonna
targets
hit that.
down. 1 more, we can go.
I'm gonna hit there.
Oh
then,
shit.
'cause-
Do we still have to take out the AA here? Was that also part of this mission?
No, you were directed as this thing to hit the AA whenever they were going after things. You were like redirected, but this is your primary is just to.
Okay, so
shut down
so we
this
don't have to kill the mage. Good to know.
No. Go ahead, Red.
Right there, if you can see where I'm clicking. So that should hit 1, 2, 3, and then the 2 ships as well.
Get that kind of centered. Yep, you'd hit all 3 and the 2 ships. That is true. So just roll individual. Let's go pipe 1 first. Pipe 1, roll an attack.
Okay, so pipe 1, I'll roll with the loaded howitzer. But because I've got my accuracy, it's going to be a straight D20 because it's inaccurate, but I've got my accuracy from my fancy do-wit.
Yeah, so just roll.
Out of curiosity, Roach, would this pipe have been something I could declare a marker's challenge against, so I could re-roll an attack roll against it?
God damn it!
Because I did shoot it with a shotgun, just out of curiosity. Okay, no, fine, moving on.
I hate giving you guys a tactical game to go at it, just to, like, fuck with me. How can we break this? Just roll a d20 and then roll your damage, and then roll a d20 and damage and everything, and at the last one you can roll a howitzer, and then it'll be uploaded. So, pipe 1 hits handedly. Nine. Okay, yeah, actually that's good. So you have 6 damage left on pipe 1. Pipe 2 hits handedly. 7. Jesus, that had 9. So what's
2?
2, yeah. Pipe 3, the undamaged one, hits.
Just hit.
It's only, yeah, just hits with a 6. 9. Damn. So 16 damage left on that. Lower ship hits.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, because these have 30 HP on them, so that was actually like really
It's 11
good.
damage, so it's a little bit over a third of their full HP.
Yeah, that's so it's down to 19. Does not hit the other one. Now use your regular attack, and we'll see. And target.
No, I've won. Oh, so now I'm targeting Ursa.
Yeah, because now we can actually like, we get that and apply everything.
Ursa's at an inaccuracy, right? Because they're in soft cover.
Yes.
I don't know if the water counts as soft cover.
I said yes, it would
Okay.
apply soft cover.
I didn't hear that. I just heard difficult
two
terrain.
inaccuracies. So put 2 inaccuracies on there. Just because.
Hopefully
So
that helps.
2.
Or
so
no, it'd
2
be 1 inaccuracy.
inaccuracies.
Yeah.
Because you have 1 accuracy,
Yes.
2 inaccuracies, so it's just 1 inaccuracy left. So maybe it might help.
I mean, I hope so.
I would too.
Oh. It crits for 10 damage.
Oh wow, that was a critical hit. A critical hit.
All right.
Time
Actually,
to make
wait a
that
second,
system check.
You didn't apply it. You did not apply an inaccuracy
So yeah.
for that.
So it wouldn't be a crit.
It wouldn't be
So-
a crit.
It was still 10 points of damage because it was a 6, a 4, a 4, and a 1.
Oh,
it takes
so
2.
yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah.
So that was a glancing blow. Actually, sorry, no. I need to do one thing. I need to roll a d6 because I have paint. So if this is a 6,
Oh yeah.
okay, it did not just scratch the paint. It did blow straight through.
Hang on.
I am impaired until the end of my next turn,
No.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
and I take 6 more points of damage.
Yep. Impaired.
Sorry.
Ow.
Good shot! Good shot!
Mech's blaring at you.
Just gonna grab Spanner, do the fucking "We Were Soldiers" meme. You did fine. Keep fighting on them. Forget about that one. Forget about that one. I'm gonna be a dad.
Wow.
Have you guys seen the "I'm gonna be a dad" supercut? Oh, let's see if I can find it.
Okay, and now free action. I'm gonna bravely run away.
Fair.
Yep. That totally. Yeah. Cool. I want to have the. I need to get it. I need the sound effect of the helicopter going down, like warning sounds from Black Hawk Down, like all the instruments, warning. I need to have that key somewhere. Just that'd be great. Fuck yeah, that was objectively the best move to do, but God, that was a critical hit. That was
Funny, but ow.
At least Ursa is not like
Dead.
stunned or anything.
Yeah.
It's just it's impairment, which means it's just a negative. It's just it's not like you're not super limited. Cool. That's that. What's our time
Now.
on here?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I promised we're going to keep honest on here, so I'm not going to.
So
I'm just
with
gonna make
that
sure I note
actual
this down.
bombshell, with that actual bombshell, we have to end tonight's episode. So we will see you guys next week for more of this. If you enjoy our stuff, remember to go check us out on all the platforms we're available on. But all we have left to do today is to thank those who've been playing and running this. So obviously, thank you to Commissar Roach for GMing and writing this campaign. I've also been joined by the wonderful SurelyOnlyMikey, DM Lake, Red Moogle, and RivalzoneGaming from RivalzoneGaming. And I've been Midgeman. This has been the Component Cast. You've been watching Lancer. It's just business. And honestly, business as usual. Things are chaos. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Boy.